welcome back to our Showrunner Shindig Spectacular Extrapalooza with hot sauce on it. My name is Amber Cypher, and I am joined by the wonderful Reaper of Time, Skybills, as the host of this, and we're also joined by two other showrunners who are going to be your runners this time. We are joined by J Hobbs of The First Step fame and Nuclear Reaction from That's... No. I got the wrong one. That's Foo-Foo. I had to stop and like, no. Category
left behind.
Oh, no.
There's so many shows now.
Sorry, that was a weird cough I had there.
It's like, that is not the right name. That is what I was about to say. That is completely right. But we've got, so y'all may have just seen Sky and I finish up a What's Faster version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories versus Crystal, Pokemon Crystal Randomizer. Sky won by a landslide, but that's okay. We now have J Hobbs versus the world. So
I love this idea so much.
I do too.
Even though I'm going to be terrible, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All of us showrunners have a lot going on, so we don't always have time to practice our speed games.
Yeah.
Also, what is that going on in the background of your webcam? Is that keys, Hobbs? Is that keys?
What? I can't see whatever Richard's doing, so probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's Richard doing now? Richard!
Probably him just hiding there.
Richard, I can't see it.
So, in the time that it takes J Hobbs here to beat Kingdom Hearts 2 critical mode, no randomizer, critical mode, can Nuclear Reaction, God, let me get this in the right order. So can Nuclear Reaction, Amerlin, C-Average, Conception, and myself beat 5 different games in rapid recession? Oh my God, rapid succession.
Rapid recession. Yeah.
I think I need
It's
to
like
take
the
a
opposite
walk.
of what.
I've been calling it a battle gauntlet, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo,
That is
I like
basically
that.
what it
Relay
is. So I just like I had to fight the Elite Four and Sky had to do the final 6. J Hobbs has to fight the
It's the Elite Four and champion.
Yes.
And the champion. It's, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
All
the
5.
champion. Let's
It is.
go.
Yeah, you are.
Yo.
I get to be last.
That's not the champion in the game with the champion in it.
The game I just played, he's the champion.
Yeah, number 4 also. No,
No, he's number
whatever.
5.
Oh wait, is he number 5 in that one? Are there 5?
Yeah,
in
Karen's the
Crystal?
4th.
I was thinking there was only 4 for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
like
my
it's
bad.
like Will, Koga, Bruno, Karen,
Come on,
and
if it's not
Lance.
Gen 1, does it really matter? I think that's what everybody in chat is thinking. Right.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Gen 3's my favorite. I don't know why I'm trying to be.
Why is Jen?
Well,
Oh,
Gen
we'll
3.
cover that another day.
I like Gen 4, so I'm Cynthia. Heck it. All right. So, this is going to be y'all's time to shine. Skybills and I are the Peanut Gallery, and we are very happy to be so right now.
Yes,
So,
please.
I'm going to be sitting back, relaxing, and watching this, this fire happen until I have to, come in and be like the last burning embers and hoping that I can pull it out for the team versus Kingdom Hearts. So I get a nice break. So why don't y'all tell the lovely people what y'all host? I already said it, but let's just get into it.
Nukes, you go first.
What am I telling them? What?
What you host
What's your show?
and,
What I
what you
host?
do.
Okay. I host No Category Left Behind. That is the show I host. It's a show that focuses on speed running extension categories. So that those weird ones like pet the dogs, that you don't normally see but are usually a lot of fun. Also, we've done some fun things like blindfolded Mario 64. It's a lot of chaos. It's great.
And I'm J Hobbs. I am one half of the First Step, really 1/3 of the trio, because I like to think Richard is a large part of it as well. But we do. Basically, we want to show everybody that it's a lot easier to get into speedrunning than you think it is, and we do that generally by playing a game casually, and then we will race it without looking up anything about the speedrun, afterwards and just see, hey, did we go faster than our first playthrough, and how well do we do? Who ends up coming out on top? It's really fun. We're actually in the middle of a bonus season right now called the Second Step, where we go back to games that we played before. So instead of practicing my speed game that I'm playing today, I learned Metroid Dread this morning. Yeah, and I did my first run of that, and we'll be doing that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can tune into, you can follow twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick and find us every Thursday at 7.
It's Hobbs and Keys put a lot of work into that show too. Definitely check out their show.
Oh yeah, like big for sure.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm excited for this, though. This is gonna be fun.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
I
excited
can't wait to see
show
Gamelon
Wand of
Randomizer.
Gamelon, or like I like to call it Wand of Randalon here today, because this is great. This game is great if you've never seen the original.
Oh yeah, I have not seen the original. I actually missed the Wand of Gamelon run last GDQ, so I actually really need to see this.
But I will not be skipping cutscenes for anyone who hasn't experienced those, because that is the most charming part of this game. And the
I think
80s music.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 80s like dance exercise music.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
All right, so who's gonna count us down here?
I think it should be you or Sky.
Let me
All
get
right.
to where I can start the game. Okay.
Same. For the record, playing on critical mode for Kingdom Hearts 2, which is the hardest difficulty, which means I'm gonna die a lot. So yeah, get ready for that. But I am good whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'll go ahead and count them down then. All right.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1, go! Squadala, we are off.
Oh boy.
We start off with a nice
Okay.
cutscene here.
I was gonna
the
say-
backstory.
Which
I'm not gonna watch my cutscenes because that would take forever. It would add about 9 hours to this run. So
Oh my God, is it 9 hours
Wow.
in Cage
it's that
too?
bad, yeah.
Promise is the king will safely return.
Which
but
cutscene
yeah.
did it better at the beginning? I think I'll take Wand of Gamelon's cutscenes over Kingdom Hearts.
I'm so hungry. I could eat an Octorok. Look at these graphics.
Do an air combo there, but that's fine.
I'm certain
So I'm actually doing some RNG manip at the beginning that I'm probably gonna mess up. So I don't know why I brought it up, because I could have just pretended like nothing was gonna happen.
Great! I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
I think this is right so far. All right, you know what? It was really slow, but I think I did it all correct. And if so, the next couple of dusks I need to fight are going to be manipped to do a specific pattern, just so that way, like, I know how to react to them. The RNG manipulation does not last very long in this run by any means, but it is still useful for the beginning.
All right, we finally got control of the game. First, I'm gonna stop into the shop, see who is in here. It's this lady with the cloak. So thankfully, no enemy. Sometimes there's an enemy in here that I can't fight, and that's bad news bear. Now we're gonna grind for some money to get some very essential bombs. Visit some other people.
But monsters know better than bothering me.
Okay, I think
Here's a shroud
I have
that
done
scares
the
rats
RNG manip
off
correctly
the
so
other.
far. I wanted to make sure that I got hit by that dusk that like killed me while I was at the gate, because you actually can't attack it. Or I mean, you can attack it, but you can't kill it. So like you, it's faster just intentionally lose enough health to it. Oh, I haven't had to do this in a while because I've been playing rando. Uh-oh, this is gonna be scary. All right, let's see if I... Yep, already messed up. Okay, let's see if I can recover this a little bit.
So part of what I'm doing here is there's an item in here. This game is kind of like a Metroidvania if you actually play through it, funny enough. Where you get different items to progress to different areas. One of the items is a lantern. But we're gonna try to move through these rooms without lanterns. But as you can see, the enemies are a little bit relentless here. You don't really have iframes in this game. Real great aspect of it. So you'll just continuously get beat up while trying to navigate a dark room, because that's what we're doing here. We'll find the door.
So this should be the last dusk that is RNG manipulated if I did everything right. And then I messed it up anyway, so it does not matter. You know what? That worked out. That's fine. Oh, I had to remember what I'm grabbing because it's different in random.
Hobbs, I got a question for you. Is this essentially a mercy kill type run for you? How often do you run vanilla?
I wouldn't say it's a mercy kill level because I only started learning the vanilla run this year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's just been a lot of rando practice for GDQ and not much vanilla running for me for the last several months. I've also, last couple months, I've also just been incredibly busy, so I haven't been able to practice as much as I would like for vanilla runs.
So I did get a lantern in that room. So I had to do lanternless room to get a lantern. But that's huge because that helps a lot during this run.
Okay. I did my first menu of the game. There's going to be a ton of those. Basically, in critical mode, you start off with 50 ability points and a bunch of abilities to use that on. And I put on the useful ones. I don't honestly know which ones it was. I know finishing plus was one of them. That's really the only one I care about. But oh, and aerial recovery, I think. But that one we got. Did we get that yet? I don't even remember. I put on some abilities. It doesn't matter too much.
So this is the remastered version of Wanda Gamelon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like I remember that coming out. I think it's like both Wanda Gamelon and the other CDI Zelda that got remastered, or was it just Gamelon?
The other CDI one too, which I'm like blanking on what that one's called. Is that Faces of Evil?
Yes, yes.
Maybe?
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
I also blanked on it, which is why I didn't name it either.
And now I'm just going to look at Goofy for a while because I have to wait there.
All right, so I did get a lantern, but I didn't buy any oil yet, so that's why we did that room dark too. But we'll be able to go buy some oil and essentials now that will hopefully carry us through the rest of the run once I grind out some rupees here.
I may die to this boss, just for the record. This is probably the first like easy point for me to die to. Okay, I got 4 combos. That's good.
I really like your new camera setup, because I know that like you recently moved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like the new camera setup to show that you're looking at the game, or in this case, keys are on laughing with faint Kingdom Hearts images in the background. I'm like sitting here losing my mind at this.
I'm losing my mind because I just had a perfect fight. That would have been gold if I didn't split late because I thought I was going to get hit.
Wow.
I mean, I guess not technically perfect, but it was basically perfect. I missed out on like 1 hit earlier that I could have done, but other than that, that was incredible. All right. Honestly, yeah, I still need to play with the camera angle. It's a little bit too far kind of behind me right now.
Right.
So don't worry, anybody, I am aware of that. Oh crap, what's this strat? Sure don't remember. Close enough. I'm like reading my notes to remember how to do these fights.
I've been there.
Okay, we're gonna dodge him here. We're gonna do a thrust attack. I'm gonna get hit intentionally here. I promise.
J Hobbs is demonstrating the keys to speedrunning. Good notes.
Yeah. All right, that fight went how I wanted it to go, so that's good. The thing with Kingdom Hearts is that when everything goes right, it looks great. And then as soon as like one thing goes wrong, it's a nightmare. And then you gotta like improvise. And I'm bad at that in this game. Oop. I don't think you've been hit like at all. So I'm gonna do a full set of combos on you. Okay.
Can you eat them?
Only Link I think has that ability. I don't know how he eats them even.
Uh-oh.
That's fair.
I guess they're probably like eating octopus. They don't look very appetizing.
They
though.
really don't. They look like they might be toxic.
All right, I messed that fight up big time, but I didn't die, and that is a phrase you're going to hear me say a lot this run, if I'm lucky. All right, now in this one, I actually do want to die. So I'm going to get hit a bunch, because this fight is one that, like, this struggle fight, you can win it or you can lose it, and it's way faster for us to lose it. It's hard to win even if we wanted to win. And if we lose it, we get a medal from him, which gives us +1 strength when we equip it. So basically, for every reason, you want to lose that fight in a speedrun.
All right. That guy doesn't want to be my friend, I guess. So whatever.
I just enjoy the jump slashing on from Zelda. It just looks like she's just smacking things with the sword instead of actually like thrusting the sword or stabbing with the sword or swinging or anything that looks like what you should be doing with a sword.
I managed to conceal this magic lantern. I hope it can be of use.
Like just a big
All right, so
inflatable
this
bat.
is a huge item here.
Ooh.
Basically, the point of this randomizer is to get access to the Resong Palace, which we get access to new areas by hitting these new little Triforce things at the end of each level. And one of them will lead us to the palace. And now that we have the magic lantern, there's a bunch of invisible enemies on that level that are a pain in the booty to get past if you don't have a magic lantern, because you just can't see them without it. So this will give us a way to beat that level once we access it.
All right, this clones fight is deceptively difficult. Oh, yeah, there's not a good start. Basically, everything about this fight is pretty random besides the opening, and I already messed up the opening, so not great. But you know what? Oh, well, I was about to say this was fine enough. Okay, there we go. And I started to whiff. That's why I should not talk when things go okay in this game.
Leok, we don't care about you. Goodbye. And there we go, Resing Palace. This should be... Oh, we don't have... The game fooled me. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. There's invisible enemies here, so I am going to try to just force my way through them. That is a strat you can use. It doesn't usually work very well, but maybe we will pull off the win here, and gotta be careful. Oh, heck, they boost me up. All right, we'll take the L and we'll try it again. Just to kind of demonstrate, yeah, if I could get the magic lantern, we might have to go visit other areas. I have forced my way through here before, but it's not a good time. There's just so many things that are coming at you. Yeah, let's go try to grind in other areas. I don't think it's fun to watch me struggle. And then we can see maybe some more cutscenes.
All right. Things are going better than I expected so far, honestly. This is my first kind of like check-in point of the run because I just have to mash triangle here and do nothing else.
How did you expect it to go, Havs?
Well, I'm 40 seconds ahead of my PB, and I expected to be about 40 seconds behind my PB already. So.
Hey.
I see. All right. Very cool.
But that's fine. There is plenty more time for me to die.
Aw, don't say that.
I'm just setting expectations, you know.
So,
That way, if I end up doing okay, people are amazed instead of, you know, going, oh, well, you know, that was expected.
your PV is not showing on the screen, Havs. Nobody knows unless you tell them.
Oh, yeah. I also meant to put those splits available for Richard, and I totally forgot. Well, yeah, that's true. I could just tell everybody that I'm always super ahead of my PB. World record pace, everybody.
There you go.
I'd
This
believe
one
it.
really demonstrates how we don't have iframes by those falling rocks.
So, Nukes, what inspired you to pick up Wand of Randalon?
I I don't know. I don't like myself, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you're talking to someone whose partner owns 5 copies of Bubsy 3D. You know, the bar
And has also run Wand of Gamelon. Like,
There's just something really charming about this game, honestly. We want the real reason. Why is this? Oh, heck.
You're also talking to like the person who collects cursed controllers and likes to run games that shouldn't be run with things like, you know, a half-broken racing wheel GameCube controller that is barely a racing wheel.
I'd say the honest answer is this type of stuff just really brings a smile to my face, and if I can find a reason to, you know, play it again and again, yeah.
Heck yeah. Like, when did the rando come out, actually?
Pretty recently this year. I did it as like an incentive, and then I actually really ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would.
It's actually pretty sweet, because like I know the remastered version came out like earlier this year or very late last year.
Now, to note that I have to say that this is pretty bare bones in terms of like, you know, other randomizers where you see there's a lot of times you can just get a seed that you can't complete. So that is something to keep in mind here. They don't have the same amount of logic as a lot of other randomizers have, but still a lot of fun.
Oh, I got another one worse than Wand of Gamelon. Pears and Grey Witch. I've been having to deal with that in the other room for a few days now. You don't want to know what that means. You don't want to know. It's not great. Oh goodness, that is if you think Wand of Gamelon and Bubsy 3D are bad, Pears and Grey Witch says hold my drink.
Oh my goodness.
I ran out of bombs, so that's not good. All right, we're gonna take the L there.
all right, this is another fight I could pretty easily die to if I'm not careful. It's a lot of the mob fights are like deceptively difficult, and then a lot of the boss fights are more obviously difficult.
That mummy thing was just is vibing really hard. Like, I'm watching the delayed feed as well just to see like things I've missed, and just like, oh my god, that mummy thing was just like, I have no.
I did see my friend who wanted this egg. I don't know where she went. I don't remember. Not good. She could give me a good item.
All right, super slow, but I didn't die. Which, again, that's already the second time in the first like 15 minutes that I've said that. So just get ready to hear that phrase a lot, seriously. This is gonna be weird.
Why? What's going on, Hobbs?
I whiffed a hit, so I think I'm just gonna have to like, he may still die here. Okay, he still died. I wasn't sure if he was gonna die on that finisher. I should have probably let him land and do a ground combo beforehand, but it worked out. And yeah, we're now almost a minute ahead. But this is the stuff that's not like.
Again, nobody knows. Hobbs, nobody knows this information. You can make
lie
yourself.
to the people. It's fine.
You don't have to lie. You can just omit information.
He should be on party attack. Nope. I was right the first time. He's on sword attack. You are on party attack, and then I messed it up. Okay. And,
Extra bombs. Because apparently the game, this one, I usually feel like I find the power glove earlier, and this one just said no. Alright, where am I going?
So, Nukes, would you describe yourself as in a bit of a pickle right now? Or are you just trying to decide where you should go next?
I am in a pickle.
I didn't know there were pickles in Wand of Gamelon. What is this random thing? Like, I knew what you probably meant,
game, but I'm somehow in the pickle, so it's even more.
Yeah, I was like, I knew what you probably meant, but I was also like, I wouldn't put it past Wand of Gamelon to have a pickle in it somehow.
Now I want a pickle. Sounds good.
I love pickles. Dill pickles only. Sweet pickles are not
Yes.
fun.
Oh,
Well, wait,
Yeah,
what
I
about
agree.
like?
the
Sweet-
bread and
sweet
butter
pickles are bad.
pickles? Disgusting.
No,
Yeah.
no. What about?
Yeah.
Spicy. Spicy pickles, though.
Yeah, horseradish pickles, hot pickles. Those are all good.
I don't think I've had any of that before.
What? You've never had a horseradish pickle? They are amazing.
I don't think I have either. I think I've only had dill pickles.
As God intended. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm kidding. I've never had a spicy pickle. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. How do we
You
feel
have
about
to
fried
have like
pickles?
a homemade one that someone grew in their garden.
Now, see, Hobbs just said the magic word in front of pickle. Fried pickles. Oh,
Yes!
I could go for some fried pickles right now to go with this run. This is great.
I should try to convince my partner's sister to like make fried pickles for the house again.
All right, we somehow got the seed where I have to go through every area to get what I need in this game.
Are you surprised, Nukes? Every single time
no.
we don't.
I practiced this so many times that I never got a seed like this, and here we are, of course, on
See, there's your mistake.
GDQ.
Practicing for a hotfix run. You gotta just wing it, apparently, because that's what's going well for me.
Hobbs knows. Hobbs, what happens every single time you play a game for me? It's always something. It's
Yeah.
never smooth while I'm hosting. I always feel bad about that.
To be fair, the main show I've been on for you, the premise kind of leads to things going awry because of rusty runs, which I love.
Oh,
I really
definitely.
like Mercy Kill.
If I had a problem being bad at speedrunning on GDQ, then my show would not exist. So, like, it's fine.
Well, the idea for Mercy Kill came from, we get to see all the polished runs every GDQ. Been watching it since 2013 myself, and then I thought to myself, why can't we see all the, like, not clean runs? Because there's a lot of potential for funny things happening, and that's how we got Mercy Kill.
Oh, man. Okay, so I wanted that cyclone to hit some of these shadows, and it hit none of them, and they all went underground, which is, like, the worst scenario that could have happened.
Now, anyone watching this, aren't you grateful for iframes? Because this is what happens when you don't have iframes. You get ambushed and just constantly die.
If you like games without iframes, Nukes, Evo Search for Eden is like the perfect I don't have iframes game because there's a lot that revolves around that mechanic, or lack thereof.
This is just this. No. Disgusting. This should not be allowed.
I mean, it's Wanda Gamelon. How much quality are you expecting from this?
And this is the remastered version. The quality is up tier. Like, let's clarify that.
Like, are we talking about like dumpster fire quality versus worse than dumpster fire quality, or just bad quality? I mean, how would you describe this?
The remastered one's just like bad quality. Like, it's playable.
Okay, all right.
The original is no.
The original is
that's
no.
a dumpster fire.
You should tell off that sometime. I'd like to see his reaction.
Oh, I know exactly what he would say. He said, hey, it's fine. Everybody's allowed to have opinions, and yours is wrong. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. You're not
We
wrong.
got it! We got the lamb! All right, now we can
Hey.
get through the area.
Yay! Go Nukes!
Also, someone's asking what are iframes. Iframes are invincibility frames. Oh my god.
Invincibility
Yeah,
frames.
there we
Yeah,
go.
or
I was like, is
invulnerability
it
frames.
invulnerability, stuff like that. So like if you take a hit, for example, in most games, they will like have you flash a lot. For a few frames of animation in the game, and you are invulnerable during that time. If you don't have iframes, or if a game has very low iframes, it means that there's very little time for you to kind of get your bearings and everything after taking damage or something in a game.
So this is we went to this area earlier. Now that I have this magic lamp, we can actually see all the enemies, and as you can see, it's a lot, and all of this is just like random as well. So, again, you couldn't force your way through that final area, but it's not usually recommended.
Every enemy I keep running up to is like deciding to immediately go super armor and not let me attack it. Okay, so this fight can be also very scary. I want Leon to stay near the wall there if I can. That'll make things more consistent. Because I want to use these dual stance RCs, and he can make them not exist by hitting the enemies instead.
All right, we're coming up here on the almost the final room. We'll soon be passing the torch. We will watch the final cutscene because again, this game has beautiful cutscenes. And there's a lot you missed out on if you didn't watch this today, or if you watched this, you missed out on a lot.
For those of you watching on both Twitch and YouTube here, as a reminder again, Hobbs will be here for a little while, so I'll have plenty of time to plug Hobbs, but please follow Nuclear Reaction at twitch.tv/NUKKULAR_reaction. Again, please give Nukes a follow. Lots of good times with Nukes, especially Zooter, so.
Yes. Today I'm playing a very different Zelda randomizer than I normally do, but every day I do play Ocarina Time randomizer, so if you're into Zelda, if you like randos, we have a really super chill vibe, comfy stream, lots of Zelda randos, and some other games as well. Yeah, definitely come stop by. I'd love to see you there.
I'm just feeling panicked now that you're almost done. What?
Nothing.
I was mashing the wrong button. No. Apparently circle doesn't work on that text box. I don't know why.
Right.
It works on most of the others.
Time!
Hey!
GG. I'm sweating. That's one down.
All right, so that is one person, and J Hobbs continues being the, now begins being the revolving door of talk show host guests.
Yeah. Bring on the next one. We're done with that guest. Bring on Amy.
I'm here now.
Hi. What's up?
All right. Do I start? I start going? Yeah.
I mean, or we could chill for a bit if you want to help me out. It's fine.
Yes, go.
Just go.
So, hi, Amy. Who are you?
Hi.
What do you host?
I host Aimbot. It is a show all about FPS runs. This game, let me give you the elevator pitch because the opening level is pretty boring. This is Dishonored if it was good.
I think Dishonored's good. Screw you.
This is Dishonored if it was better.
There you go. I'm okay with that.
Because
That
you
game
can
does
skip.
look really good. I've wanted to play it.
Yeah, I think Keys ran it at one point. Yeah, this is Origami. It is all about blinking and dashing and alerting enemies to your presence who you then just run past. So,
Oh my
Every
goodness.
good stealth game is all about not having any stealth in it whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At least for the speed run.
I
Hey, going to my
forgot.
camera around there.
I forgot Amy has really good sound effects while playing, so this is going to be a treat.
Ooh, are we being treated to speedrunner noises?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorite.
All right. So it's just a bunch of real fast speedrunning going on here.
So how long is your estimate, Amy? I know they can see it on screen, but I can't.
It is 30 minutes. But I did PV earlier, I think.
Oh, you're the worst.
So this is the new game No Out of Bounds category. And I start from a fresh file, so I don't have any of the upgrades that I normally get. And I can't go out of bounds, because otherwise I could just run to the end of every level. That's kind of boring for me personally. So instead I just go through the levels somewhat normally. There's a few skips that are available.
I was gonna ask, what is this game about? But I realize you've already given the elevator pitch. It is Dishonored if it were good.
Yeah, you are.
Dishonored is great. Just throwing that out.
You are a shadow, and your goal is to defeat the light. I guess is a really weird way of putting it.
What?
Yeah. You were there's a woman in white that you see every so often, because I just sprint right past her whenever she shows up, because she's like telling me about the story, and I don't really care about all that. So she is there, right here. She's oh, I can restart checkpoint. Yeah, she tells you about everything, but I can just leave her alone because I know what I'm doing.
Now, do you actually know what you're doing, or are you just saying that?
I know exactly what I'm doing. Every enemy in this game is a one-shot, but I'm also a one-shot. So I got to hit them before they hit me.
That's right. You ran this game for me on Mercy Kill.
Correct, and I have since gotten way better at it.
You ever look back at that run going, oh my gosh?
Okay, time to improvise.
Yeah, Amy is definitely in the nighttime version of the Land of Dragons right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool Asian influences. I genuinely do not know enough to define a country for it, but yeah, there's a lot of really cool influences in this game, and I hope everybody really likes hearing the alert music, because you're going to hear that constantly if my audio is up.
One other thing I wanted to note here, just because I know this is going to be a fast run from Amy. Amy hosts Aimbot, which is after random number generation, after my Tuesday show. So please be sure to check out Aimbot. A lot of FPSs on that show.
Yep. This is the shortest thing I have that is closest to an FPS. So I figured I'd showcase this.
Yeah, you gave me a few different options. A lot of people gave me a bunch of different options, and some of them were really long. And I was like, as much as I would love to do a 4-way what's faster, I don't think that's probably wise. Then we wouldn't be able to get to see things like Wanda Gamelon randomizer or anything like that.
I need this enemy to attack. Come on, attack. Recover and attack. Thank you.
Guess this means I'll have to do FM against Hobbs here at some point.
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, that run you just did was that would basically be world record in this game. So.
So just a couple things. I'm restarting checkpoint a lot because that refills all my blink energy, and it also makes the enemies start ignoring me again. So I'm just kind of running past them as they miss me.
Yes, their biggest weakness, checkpoint resets.
This enemy came way out here. This is weird, but appreciated.
All right, there we go. Every time I go into a cutscene, that refills all my blink energy, so I can keep blinking. And every time, obviously, I restart checkpoint, that refills it as well. It's really difficult to see, but the blink energy is what's on the back of my cape. It's not an actual meter. It's a meter, but it's not like a certain amount of. It's difficult to tell how much blink energy you have left and how many you can do unless you have been watching the cape a lot. All right. Oh, I have to kill this guy. Dang it. I only kill 3 things in the run if it goes wrong, and this guy is one of them. Sorry about that.
Okay, so I am in Valor form here, one of the drive forms that lets me kind of team up with an ally to just be more powerful. I'm in it mostly to run faster, and unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get it to level 2 in the missions fights like I wanted to, so I would ideally be in it the entire time that I am running from back there when I got out of it until I get into the next fight. So unfortunate to lose it there. It's not the end of the world, and I'm pretty sure I get a health refill when I enter here, which is why I'm not healing right now, but it is definitely a time loss. Boy, I hope I was right about the health refill. I was, yay.
Whoop. All right. This level is one of the biggest ones that No Out of Bounds makes a difference on, because it's the end of the level is just like a trigger that you have to hit, and it's there all the time. So I could just go out of bounds and hit it, but like I said, that's kind of boring. That was boring to me, so I made this category. Because I also like running circles around these enemies. Whoop. There it is. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this is really... It looks imprecise, but is just built around, I know generally how they're going to react to me running up to them. There we go. Okay. All right, So invisibility, I can turn invisible. Obviously, prevents me from seeing anybody. It also does something really cool with. So it's the 2 little blue balls on the back of the cape. So I have 2 charges of it. It also fully recharges my blink energy no matter where I'm standing. There we go. And that's useful when I'm standing in bright light, which hurts me otherwise. Excuse me. Yeah, enemies are really slow to react sometimes, so I can just run right by them. Here I want to hold invisibility as long as possible. His blinking also takes away from how long invisibility lasts. Oh, that's not good. Right. At least they reset the aggro, so. We're gonna charge here just for some extra blinks.
Some folks are asking about the format. This is the like Showrunner Spectacular Shindig Hot Sauce. Put some pickles on it while we're talking about those for the end of the year of 2021. So a bunch of showrunners have gotten together to showcase some runs that we've done this year or some of our favorite games in general. And right now, like we had J Hobbs, who offered a very long estimate of 330 against 5 much shorter runs. No run here goes like I think under like 45, 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think 50 is what I saw in the setup.
Yeah.
I have to invis here.
Oh boy.
Shoot. It's unfortunate. Okay, we're still doing fine.
I'm just happy to be deathless so far, honestly. I fully expected to die in this world because I die here a lot.
Yeah, my estimate is. Oh, hello? I'm stuck in the ground somehow.
Good, do that more.
So this is an issue. This is an issue that the game has, where sometimes you can just get stuck in the ground. The other issue is that enemy AI, it follows the same path every time, but like through every like checkpoint reset. But if it can just also just give me a bad pattern of RNG, and so I have to make that work with, you know, the fast things that I do.
All right, so this fight is pretty cool because we just use Mulan's limit. His limits in this game are very underutilized casually, but also quite good. This is the only time we're going to use Mulan's limit, but it's pretty good here. It can kill everything good, and it did. It's a little random at the end, based on how the enemies move, whether it's going to kill them all or not.
There we go.
And I'm going to be doing a boss fight that I'm going to be 1 level lower than I wish I were for, but it's not that big of a deal. I can adjust my strats.
This level is pretty open and sprawling. There's a bunch of objectives that I have to do here, but again, fortunately, the enemies just aren't that quick on the draw when they're shooting me. Because remember, everything I get hit by is a one-shot here. So if that guy like turned around and shot me, then I would be dead. But
I am very shocked I didn't just die there. Uh-oh, run. Yeah, that was, so the bird is the worst part about this fight. And I could not see it, so I didn't realize that it was about to attack me.
Alright. That blink is dangerous because sometimes you can clip through the wall and go out of bounds, and that's bad. Obviously banned. Oh, dang it. All right, it's cool. We're good. Uh-oh.
Amy out here sounded like the bird that just killed Hobbs.
All right.
Birds in video games? Killing runners? Nah, that's not a thing that happens often.
Sounds like bats in video games.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of checkpoint resetting here because I need to get all my blink energy back every single time. The enemies do surprisingly like know where I am while I'm invisible. Obviously running makes noise, but breaking anything makes noise, and they do triangulate my position really fast. So if I'm doing anything invisible, I have to constantly be moving. All right.
One death, but we're out of there now. That is not the scariest world in the early game, though, because we're heading to the scariest world in the early game, which is Olympus Coliseum. There are just some really easy to die on fights here that have some difficult strats to them. And yeah, we're just gonna do our best not to die. And I'm gonna have big sighs of relief multiple times if that happens, so.
Hey, Hobbs, what are these gummy missions here? This isn't randomizer?
Well, no, I mean, randomizer wouldn't do them, so no, it's very much not.
What kind of rando?
Yeah. No, these are just auto scrollers. We have to do these. There's no way to speed them up, other than in the very first one, and I think in another one later. But for the most part, like, you want to kind of not do very well in them. Actually, like, you don't want to just kill everything a lot of the time. In this one, however, I will kill everything all of the time because this one is actually really easy to die in, and they're the same difficulty no matter what, like, difficulty you choose at the beginning of the game too, which is weird, but. It's really easy to die in these, so I'm just going to try to like kill everything so that things can't hurt me.
Would you say it's more difficult than the both missions going to Hall of Bastion and to End of the World in Kingdom Hearts 1? Because I have gotten owned by that several times, just casually.
Oh no, it's far easier to die in any gummy mission in this game than in any of them in KH1. I think, at least from a speedrun perspective. In KH1, you can actually speed up the gummy missions, and so they're like way nicer. They don't take nearly as long, which means that you don't have as much time to get hit and die.
How are things going for you, Amy? How do you feel about the run so far?
I actually just did genuinely one of the hardest sections in the game. It's supposed to be a laser gauntlet, but if you go through it fast enough, the lasers just don't spawn. So it's all about getting like, you're supposed to not be sure what's going on and have to wait and like dodge through the lasers, which will instantly kill you. But if you go fast enough, they just don't appear. So I'm also supposed to be like stealth killing guards and distracting them as I go through these camps. But instead, if I just run past them while invisible, well, never mind. Owned in the back of the head. All right, try to. So I'm supposed to be stealth killing and distracting guards, but it turns out if I just run through popping invisibility, they can't get a handle on me fast enough to know where I am to kill me. Except for obviously that one guy who killed me.
So yeah, they're all too slow to keep up with me and kill me, except for the one guy who did.
Yeah, except for when they do, you know.
Yep.
The times when they do that, then they're not.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be risky here and not reset checkpoint. All right. So the one drawback to invisibility in this game is that so it counts down on the back of your cape as like the timer for how long you can stay invisible. But the problem is that's also your blink energy. So if your invisibility timer is low, your blink energy is also low, and so you can't blink. Which is, like, you're invisible, so it's not that big of a problem, but when it runs out, you know, you're trying to go fast and you're trying to blink places. Ooh. Also, this game has area-based alerts, so like this guy here isn't alerted despite the fact that I just alerted the guards in the other area. So that's not too big of a problem.
Like, oh, I wonder why they're freaking out over there. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
exactly.
I'm just gonna keep reading my book.
Yeah, I do eventually alert pretty much everybody at this level. This is like 3 or 4 alarm sections wide.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, see, now everyone here is alerted.
That boulder that just hit me was completely random.
Wait, are those really RNG boulders?
Not all of them, but that one was. That one's consistent, the one that I just made hit Goofy.
I never thought. What kind of other random elements exist in vanilla Kingdom Hearts games? Because I was trying to rack my brain.
So the
Yeah.
easy way to tell is basically take like everything in the game, and there's your list. It's basically everything in the game is random. This game is absurdly random.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, no, you can manipulate a lot of stuff, like a lot of the way the bosses react and stuff like that. But no, for the most part, this game is very random. I'm gonna throw a potion before I forget.
All right, so this is one of 2 boss fights in the game. I have to hit this guy 3 separate times, once from above, once from behind, and then once from anywhere. And if I just run up to him and mash space, I can hit the backstab pretty easily. So I've got the first 2, but now he alerts everybody. So I'm saving my invisibility charges for right here, because sometimes that guard is in a bad spot. But we're fine. So I have to just mash space on him and we're done. Okay, that's dangerous. If I mess that up, I have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, I could say we're about to feel the heat.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is an absurdly scary part of the run for me. There's 3 platforms, and Hades is invulnerable and going to be trying to attack me in all 3. And the first one is the easiest one, but then, okay. I will get 3 shot by his fireballs. I'll get 1 or 2 shot by other things in this. And I basically just have to play it super safe and react. That's an okay spawn because that didn't hit. That could have hit me though. That was scary. Oh, okay, whatever. I didn't really need to do that. This is a little slower, but it's a lot safer because I'm invulnerable while I'm using a limit. They should all die, and I need to just hope that I don't get hit dropping out of this limit, which could happen. Okay. Fine, but now I don't have Bushido to save myself at the end here on the 3rd platform, which can be super scary. I got hit once, not great. Nope, okay.
That guy's in a really bad spot.
Donald. I still need to throw a potion though.
All right. I'm making really good time, but this next section is genuinely the hardest part in the run. This one, obviously I'm trying to do it fast, but there's just a lot of enemies around me, and they one-shot me, and they can do so from range. So I actually spent a lot of time back when I was like dedicated running this game, figuring out a strat for this section. So if I can, and that's one of the big things I was practicing because this gave me a lot of problems in Mercy Kill.
All right, you have no idea how big of a sigh of relief it is to me now that I have like finished that Hades escape section.
Okay.
I'm gonna take an intentional death on the next boss because we can use Mickey Mouse, but it sounds like Amy's stuff is a lot harder, so you should focus on that.
No, it's good. I made it past the super hard part, so
okay.
I'm just gonna restart checkpoint. This is a strat that I coined, stump jump, because you jump on a stump. All right, very easy. But so the blinks in this game, like, it's really easy when you're blinking on a flat ground, obviously. But the blinks in this game are kind of weird. Try to wait long enough to get another charge. So if they have a little arrow, and it's really hard to see because it's really tiny, but if they have a little arrow, then it'll put... Oh, I died again. This is why this is the hardest level. There's a lot of enemies that I'm just not killing because it was slow to do so. So I'm gonna jump through to here. All right, got a blink charge. Oh my god.
All right, Mickey's damage was really bad there, but it's okay. I'm gonna have to immediately limit out of this. All right, well, actually, I think I'm okay.
I think I just blow the invisibility charge here. All right, we're fine. Yeah. Yeah, so every section through here is incredibly punishing if I get it wrong, because it's like a minute that I have to redo. I'm just waiting for this bridge to come down and making sure nobody sees me.
Man, I would love for my mistakes to be 1 minute time losses.
Well, I mean,
They will be later, but in the earlier part, they are like 3 minutes at minimum.
in a 30-minute game, there's not a lot of room for mistakes.
No, yeah. No, for sure. It's just funny.
All right. Going invisible and then teleporting is the easiest way to throw enemies off where you are, because the teleport really messes them up. There we go. All right. You're supposed to go up this tower the normal way, like a person with your, walking up it with your legs. But they left just enough shadow in the background of it that I can get up it by not doing that and instead just going up it the complete wrong way. All right. This one's awkward. There we go. Oh yeah, there's also a slowdown sometimes when enemies discover you. I actually don't know if you can turn that off. I've never checked the settings, but it's really annoying because I don't care if they find me.
I wasn't good enough to do this the fast way, but oh wait, no, I was. There's the urn. I just didn't see it.
So you don't believe in the urn, Hobbs? That's what happens.
I mean, I still lost like 10 seconds, so.
The urn does not believe in Hobbs.
So I talked a little bit earlier about the energy on the back of your cape being your blink energy. If you're in shadow, you regain it. If you're in dim light, you don't regain any, and if you're in bright light, like lightning that's happening in this level, you lose blink energy. So this is me just trying to get through this area as quickly as possible without using a lot of blinks. So the lightning just flashed there, and I lost my blink. Okay, there we go. So yeah, second to last level in the game. This can also give me a lot of problems because there's a lot of enemies, again, that I'm just gonna ignore. And see all the friends right here. They're all hanging out, having a great time. They've been alerted, which isn't great, but I can make it work. All right, made it through there. So I'm just resetting for blink energy there. And, oops, excuse me. I'm trying to not invis on the way in so that I can invis on the way out. Oh, that kills me, but I checkpointed. That's fine.
Dance, water, dance.
Perfect. Oops, excuse me. Oh yeah, also you can't swim. I haven't really been near any water to like show that off, but if you fall in water, you die.
Look at Amy being so polite to the game, saying excuse me.
Oh, all right, skip. I don't think you're supposed to do this, but you're supposed to like run up the center. But instead, if you just shadow create and then jump over it, then you're good.
Oh, come here. Oh my god. That one cost me so much time at the end. That was actually a pretty good water cleanse fight until then.
All right, this is the last level of the game. This is another boss fight. I have to hit her 3 times and then figure out, sorry, I'm using audio cues to track where she is. Hey, what's up? That's new. I've actually never seen that before. Where's she gone? So I have to track her 3 times and then hit her. And if she can create little like shadow traps, and if she starts doing that when I go to attack her, it kills me, which is bad, obviously. Because it means I have to restart this whole fight.
All right. Remember how I said this world was full of really scary fights? This is the next one. So this is a timed section that I'm in now.
All right.
And
My time is coming up.
Oh,
and
never mind. I'll show
time.
you. There you go. Nice, dude.
No, get your
What did
GGs
you
out.
get?
Yeah.
Oh.
No! Richard can tell us. Hang on. Richard might be able to let us know.
Okay.
And Amy just left out like a ninja, right?
Oh. Oh, yeah. Is that what happened?
Yeah, but
We
we
got our next victim.
I'm here now.
victim Hobbs. Hobbs, come on
Well, it's
now.
me versus, right? Really, I'm the main victim here.
So C average here is actually the reason why we have this formatting. So C average is our GDQ Hotfix host of What's Faster. C average, how are you doing? It's nice to see you here.
I'm good, and you're giving me a little too much credit. I definitely kind of took that idea from Hobbs and Keys. They definitely did it first.
Well, you
Fine,
still
you can
run
steal
the show.
credit.
I was gonna say nobody needs to know this. Much what I was telling Hobbs earlier. We're thankful to have you here, though, C average.
Thanks.
Y'all should go check out What's Faster, and apparently inspired by TFS. That's part of the lore now. I said I wouldn't lie. So, so y'all be sure to check that out on GDQ Hotfix again. And be sure to be checking out all of our shows going on week by week. We are just adding shows left and right, and we're having a wonderful time here this evening. Again, shout out to Amber Cypern for organizing this. And again, that will be on Week Faith for What's Faster with C Average here. That is Friday at 7 p.m. Wonderful way to spend a Friday.
It's great, yeah. So Hobbs, I just want you to know that in my practice right before this, I fell off a rock. Okay, in my practice right before this, I died 3 times before I got to the first keystone door. So,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
Granted,
so
Blades
don't
is
worry.
really hard, so...
You have plenty of leeway coming now. Oh,
Well, that's
okay,
good.
didn't
If
pull
any
the
Kingdom
rock
Hearts
far
2
enough.
runners are watching, by the way, they just saw that absurd Pete fight. I don't know what that was. It was really bad, but you know what? I don't care. Oh, boy.
So are we saying that by transitive property, like the idea I had for this, I also stole from TFS instead of like just stealing it from C?
No, that's accurate. It's
All
actually
right.
copyright, so we're going to need some royalties from you now.
Oh heck.
All right, so I could also die on this Hydra fight. This part's really scary. Once I get to the end part. But it's probably not going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely the least scary of the 3 scary things. That wasn't a good start, so my damage here is going to be pitiful.
All right, Hobbs, we are on game 3 already. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
I'm thinking like you should have booked more games.
Well, you want me to get back on and do FM quickly?
I mean, that one I could probably beat at this point.
I mean, if we're really, really worried that we're gonna go too fast for you, I could do all stories instead of just hero story. And I haven't
We'll see.
practiced
Still have
dark
a-
story at all.
Ooh.
I still have a 5-minute Bastion run I can throw in there if you really need those 5 extra minutes, Hobbs.
That's true. We'll see
But
how
don't
things
worry,
go.
it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go real bad here in a second here in Ori.
Well, so the good news is I'm 7.5 minutes ahead of my PB right now. The bad
Ooh.
news is I kind of needed to be able to potentially meet my estimate because my PB is like really bad at the beginning, but then like really weirdly good in the middle, and then like really bad later on. So
I'm 6 seconds behind through the first split, so off to the races.
hey, that's great. I mean, I know in Ori that's like not very great, but like that's great.
This is a great
Goofy.
way to hold an office party here, by the way. Like, I haven't seen an
Yeah.
office party that's better than this. I'm just saying, I think we have the market cornered on good office parties.
Right.
It's Pooh.
Well,
It was Pooh.
it
Now
was.
isn't.
Don't
was
worry, we'll
looking-
talk to him
No,
again.
I missed Winnie the Pooh. No.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. We'll talk to him again.
All right, good.
Here, see, we're back in the book.
Yay!
We're over here. We're just gonna pop in, say hi, and we'll never see him for the rest of the run.
No, don't tell me that. No.
Rip Pooh.
I'm really sad now. Are you kidding me? That's all we get to see?
Yep.
You're just gonna leave Pooh
Hey, it's more
behind?
it's more than you see of him in KH1 runs. That one you don't see him at all.
I'm really sad. I can't believe that's all we get to see of Winnie the Pooh. Dang.
Yeah. All right, now this is
So-
another one of the gummy missions I'm going to try to not do very well in. But this is an auto scroller, so you should just watch Ori. Are you up to Dash yet? What's going on?
I just did my first save anywhere, so I'll explain that a little bit.
Yeah.
If you level an ability, you save the game. And if you say store the ability menu and move behind it, you can save anywhere. Hence the name of the trick. So we do that in order to skip cutscenes, basically.
So you were entering
pretty much the
black
gist
room,
of it.
right?
I am. Yep,
Okay.
I'm picking up the orb right now.
Hobbs, wasn't it a recent GDQ where you did like commentary for an Ori race?
Recent in that the last couple of years have
Yeah.
felt like both 6 years long and no amount of time has passed
It was one of
whatsoever.
the online ones, is what I'm getting at.
I did. Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
you and
You
I forgot
did,
you
you did Will
that.
the Wisp, right? I think.
Yeah, I commentated Will the Wisp. I
Yeah.
forgot. I thought you were talking about the four-way
Oh, yeah, no,
Ori race
sorry.
at one of the AGDQs, which was like 2018 or something, or 19. No, not 19. Yeah, it was like 2018. Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
boy.
that one too, but I remember the Will o' the Wisps race. I was thinking about that
Yes.
one. That one was like
Yeah, that was a really fun race.
that was such a good race, and like the commentary, you and who was your commentator partner? Was it Brian?
I was commentating with Roos, I believe, right? I
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was
Roos.
Roos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done so many Ori commentaries at this point. I'm sorry if I get
They're
things
blurring
mixed
together.
up.
Both of those races were very good, though. The Blind
Yes.
Forest four-way race and the Will the Wisp race were both great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are fantastic.
Blind
And they were
Forest is
excellent
back on
runs
this
put on,
GDQ, this upcoming one.
Yes,
I
yeah, it's
believe.
what All
All
Cells by
Cells,
Rin,
I believe.
think?
Yeah.
Rin SR, yeah, that'll be fun.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna do this the safe way and not the fast way.
Question from the chat. C Average, what is your estimate here on Ori?
It is, I think I said 45, maybe 40. I don't know.
I think you gave me
genuinely don't remember.
40, so like 47, something like that.
I think Richard just said
I don't know.
37, which is incorrect. My PB
No,
is
I think he said
36. So
47.
yeah, it's gonna be a time. I'm going to achieve a time somewhere preferably under 50 minutes.
Okay.
That's the plan here.
You gave me 40 minutes. That's what it was.
Yikes.
That wasn't smart.
That was not smart.
Now you see if you
I have a 3-minute better PB than C, and I wouldn't beat 40 minutes with a day of D-Rust or whatever.
if you don't finish this run, there's some kind of penalty, right? No, I'm just kidding.
That makes sense.
Something involving a scythe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in the other room. The Sison break. It's just me.
We'll see. The other day I was like, oops, those are spikes. Those hurt. I was like ahead of PB for a long time the other day, and then I ended up like 5
And
minutes
then you got
behind
to
at the end.
Sarbash
So
and the rest of the
Yeah,
games, you know.
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's not too bad to get to stay on pace for the beginning part.
Oh, right. I took damage, so I died in Frankie Walk. That makes sense. I should instead not do that.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That actually is that's a really sucky thing.
It's not the end of the world. We'll just go walk the Frankie again.
Yeah. That is so easy to do in Ori, though. There's so many
There we
like
go.
planned damage boosts and stuff that you don't necessarily think about. So then when you take unintentional damage, you're like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
close
was
to
like, oh, I
dying.
dashed into those spikes. It's not a big deal. Whatever.
It's like, oh, that
forgot
matters,
that I have to
like, a
take
lot.
damage.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, also, C Average was the one who made the wonderful, very cursed images for the tweet that went out tonight for this show. If you have not seen that tweet, I'm gonna link it because it is a work of art, and y'all should see it, and y'all should retweet it.
No. All right, we're
think somebody's doing
gonna
Frankie
do a
Walk again.
third. We're gonna do a third Frankie Walk. I didn't explain it either of the other 2 times, so I just gotta do it a third time to explain it. So, we just pretend none of that ever happened. I have dash now, so you see, I go really fast. So the next thing we have to do is called Frankie Walk, where we take this Frankie named Billy and we walk him over to a door that requires 4 energy to open. If I flash my UI here, you can see we only have 2 energy. Come on, Billy, come on. I only have 2 energy right now. So you might ask, how am I going to open a 4 energy door? The answer is I'm going to kill Billy. And then, okay, I messed up. I'm going to kill Billy, and he's going to make me level up because we've been, keeping our XP very specific up to this point. And then after that, when I level up, it will refill my energy. So I put 2 energy in the door, level up, which gives me 2 more energy, and then I can open this 4 energy door. Assuming that all goes correctly. What happened the first time was that I died, which makes sense. What happened the second time was that my shots did not hit Billy for whatever reason. Sign is not nice sometimes. And I did not kill Billy until Billy hit the ground. So then I didn't level up. I'm gonna go for Death Glide because I make bad choices. I did it. Haha.
Nice.
Yeah, that was not a thing I should have done. So yeah, there we go. 3rd try, Frankie Walk, it's fine. Oh no. Okay, save up here.
Yeah, I was like, please tell me you got to the save.
I too am familiar with the no song.
This next trick is called Fast Grotto, where I line up like right here, like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't, and then I screw it all up. I don't actually know how to do that trick. I know how to make it look like I know what I'm doing and then miss it every time. I've gotten it exactly once ever, so
oh my god.
All right. I gotta fight Beast now, which is not too bad. Beast Castle is like such a big relief after the first couple worlds in this game because it's a lot more consistent. It's not like, you know, perfectly consistent or anything, and there are definitely still hard strats, but like the next boss I'm gonna do has some hard strats to it, but it's way more consistent than the first 2 worlds.
All right, let's see what my time ends up being at double jump.
Menu though.
All right, I'm gonna do some blind movement, which is kind of an old strat, but I don't know the new one. Nice, I'm 2 minutes behind a double jump, Hobbs, in case you were wondering.
Excellent, that's right about where you want to be, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, don't, Ori, why are you being so unkind? No, oh my goodness. Just
why you gotta
die.
be so rude?
Yeah. So Ori is beautiful game. All these nice curvy walls and stuff. The problem is that the walls are shaped exactly how they look, which makes wall jumping on them really difficult sometimes because you kind of just fall off of them. Here's another trick called Grotto Skip. Oh, I got that first try. That's weird. That skips like half of this area. Now we're gonna do a rekindle skip, which is another like cutscene skip thing. So I save here, walk into the cutscene and rekindle my save, and then save and quit. And that skips the like cutscene that drops the boulders, which makes the boulders just not drop, which is very nice. Makes this way easier. As I proceed to mess up all the jumps.
It's okay. I just messed up a small trick called windowless. I don't remember how much time it saves, but you want to do it, and I didn't do it, so, you know.
It's great. We're doing great here, Hobbs.
Yeah. It's more minor on my end, like, not a big deal, but... Or...
There's another trick that I pretend I know how to do that I don't. I'm supposed to be able to, like, skip a slow walking zone there. I just, you know, pretend I know what I'm doing and miss the trick, when in all reality, I don't actually know how to do the trick.
Okay, that is Beast Castle done. Oh, right, there's another cutscene here.
I just want someone to go back. If anyone watches this on YouTube, I want y'all to go back and count the number of times C says that he doesn't know what he's doing, but makes it look like he does.
It's a really high number.
Well, just like on NBS 2 weeks ago, I had Minish Cap on, and I legit asked people on YouTube and in Twitch chat to count how many times Eslo, Link's hat, says E, like the letter E, as one of his sound bites. And I don't remember the exact number I came up to. I had an E counter going on like one of my 4 monitors. I think it was 38 is what TGH is telling me, who did commentary for the run, so I believe him. Although, then again, he is the reason I thought yesterday was like Wednesday.
No, that would be today.
Yeah. I asked
Ouch,
him
those
on
are
Sunday,
spikes.
what day is it? Monday, I believe. He said it with such confidence. I believed him and believed him for like 2 days.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. All right, so I'm trying to push the mouse here because it's faster than doing these reaction commands, but I'm messing up because it's literally one of the hardest strats in the run.
Pushing Mini is actually impossible.
Come on, go. There we go. Push the mouse. But it's not too bad until she decides to try to help, and then everything's awful. I
I'm in
probably
the,
lost time doing that, but whatever, it's fine.
So I'm in the Ginso tree now, which is a cool place, but I'm really bad at it.
Yeah,
My
it's really
split here
hard.
is literally just named I'm sorry, because anytime like a run validator has to watch this, it's just like, I feel bad for them because it's, oh, okay, well, there we go. It's a bad split. I'm not very good at this one.
You should do the under the log gamer dash glide that I made forever ago that's really bad and nobody should ever do.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that sounds exactly like the kind of strat that. Oh no! Oh, okay, we're gonna pick up this little health here. I have one of those strats in Misty that I think Sigma timed for me because I wasn't good enough at it to actually like get an accurate timing, and it saved like no time whatsoever, like a few frames, but it's terrible and no one should ever do it. But I still do it even though I'm slow, just because of muscle memory now. So that's great.
That's most of the tricks that I do they're probably, or the tricks I come up with, they're probably slower. But at this point, they look cooler, and I don't remember how to do the other way, so I just do them.
So this is like a mini boss. Ori and the Blind Forest doesn't really have what you would call combat, but you get a couple mini bosses every now and then. So if I do this well, I will get it in 5 cycles, which is not going to happen. I've gotten some despawns. The worm keeps going in the wrong place. It's fine. There's a like 1 frame tell that you can see where the worm's going to spawn. So I look for that to try and make sure I know if it's going to be over here. But otherwise, it's just kind of random, slow, and easy to mess up. But I'm through it. So now it's almost time to get the most, like, I'd say definitive like skill in Ori, like the one that really makes the game what it is, and that is bash. Oh, as long as I don't die first. I'll explain what I'm doing here. I die after I put keys in doors a bunch of times because it like skips the door opening animation, which is slow. So yeah, this is bash. If you're familiar with Ori, you know what this does. You can attach yourself to a thing or like a projectile, an enemy, and send yourself one way and send the other thing the other way. I'm gonna also, because I am a KBM player and it's a little bit easier on KBM, I'm gonna do a thing called double bash. It's still not, I'm not super consistent at it, but basically I'm able to, instead of sending me one way and sending the projectile or whatever the other way, I can send both of us in the same direction, which is super handy. And now I'm going to do a key dupe. So I currently have, I needed to pay attention to what I was doing. I currently have no keystones. Well, that's bad. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Forget to pick some up.
Nope, I fixed it. I was trying to double bash the first worm shooter mortar thing, and I didn't get the double bash, but I still killed it. But I had enough health to just damage boost up, so it's fine. Anyway, back to key dupe. I have no keys. Now I have 3 keys. I'm going to die with the keys still in the door. Oh, except I didn't die. Hold on. I'm going to die with the keys still in the door. There we go. Now I have 3 keys. I'm gonna rekindle my save, please. Or not, fine, whatever. Game. I have 3 keys now, and all 4 keys are still in this area. So now I can pick up all 4 of these keys and go from no keys to 7 keys. I did the path wrong, it's fine. Which is important because it means that I can like skip other keystones throughout the game and still be able to open all the doors I need to open. Here's another mini boss. This one is a cakewalk. I just bash its projectile back at it. And now, if you've played this game casually, you know that like the water escape is awesome and fun, and we're just gonna skip it. So I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry you're dead, Hobbs.
Yeah, no, I messed up. It's my bad.
It's fine. I have to do swamp entry now. Swamp entry is the probably second hardest trick in this run, where I have to use a frog named Ringo to get into swamp in alternative ways, since I did not do the Genso escape. And why the frog is named Ringo will become evident when I leave swamp in a little bit, assuming that I don't, you know, get
Because
stuck
he makes
trying to
MS
get
Paint
into
art
swamp.
and puts it up on the internet.
Yeah. Yep. That's the
Anyone
that's the
get that
thing.
reference?
Nope.
Somebody got that reference in the chat, I'm sure.
It never ceases to amaze me. These cars that Hobbs is fighting right now, they are harder than many of the bosses in this game.
The cars are the actual worst enemy.
The cars suck.
They're the worst.
There's ways to handle them that I'm messing up, though. Every death here is like not one where I can be too mad at the game. It's mostly been my fault. But they definitely suck, especially when you're just getting started with this game. The thing is,
Good news,
Chicken Little
no
helps a
mythical
lot with
frogs.
them.
Frogs in this game sometimes like to just like phase through solid objects, or sometimes their projectiles will phase through solid objects, which makes swamp entry kind of a pain. But the frog did not exhibit any mythical properties. I missed that jump, and we got through.
I got through the cars myself, so
Nice.
that was
Now I
unfortunate.
have
Couple of
stop.
deaths, but Timeless River is pretty difficult, so I'm not too shocked.
Hobbs, I started Kingdom Hearts 3 today, finally.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I wanted to stop playing Kingdom Hearts 3 after Mount Olympus, and it took me another 40 minutes to stop playing the game because I kept getting put through cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. It was just like, it took me literally 40 minutes to stop playing the game after I decided I was done playing. It was quite the experience.
All I'm gonna say is just wait. I don't want to ruin or spoil anything. Just wait. Hobbs, you know
This is
exactly
why,
what I'm talking about.
Ringo is called Ringo. If you can, oh, well, except I let Ringo die. I'm gonna go die now.
You ever
And by that, I mean
like,
reset.
if you saw Return of the King, Lord of the Rings Return of the King in theaters, and you drank a lot of drink, and you're waiting for the movie to end, it's kind of like that. It's a very similar experience.
Yeah, so when I bashed Ringo over there to go get that ability cell, for whatever reason, it just like starts drum rolling, like the audio just does this thing. There's a cool trick here called Kuro cutscene skip. If I get it right, you won't see anything. I got it right, cool. I never hit that. Yeah,
That's like hard.
I genuinely had like a 2% confidence rate in my ability to hit that trick. So, wow. All right. Now the run gets really hard. Unfortunately, this is like, I stomped straight into the 9,000 damage spikes. That's good.
Time to do Kuro cutscene skip again.
Nope, I saved afterwards. I'm not that foolish. Okay, did it. So those spikes do actually 9,000 damage. That wasn't like a fake number. You don't live through that. No matter what you do, you can't live through that. Blue walls can be stomped from the right for some reason. You're supposed to break them with like charge flame, charge dash, grenade, or you can apparently just stomp from the right side. So that's how you get through there. And I brought this frog down here so that I can get out of here as well. Come here, frog. Or Frankie. This is a Frankie, not a frog. And I'm carrying this save anywhere to skip a really long cutscene.
Okay, I lost about a minute 20 in Disney Castle, but yeah, I mean, you saw the deaths to the cars. I probably had some time save there in my PB because I probably died for more than a minute 20. But it is what it is. We'll move on now to Port Royal.
Don't worry, I am 320 behind going into Glide. So, you know, right before all the stuff that makes me lose all the time.
Really hard stuff, yeah. Not that the beginning's not hard as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm actually going to stand up and stretch during this because I can. So I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, this is a reminder to everyone that you can also stand up and stretch if you need to. Do a couple jumping jacks at your computer. I'm sure you won't break anything. That's when someone accidentally breaks, like, you know, one of their, you know, things near their desk, and then it's like, well, the funny person on the hotfix told me to. So maybe just do some light stretching. Maybe not some jumping jacks. I might break something if I did jumping jacks.
Doing a cool trick now called Fast Stompless, where I need to go stomp some rocks over above Kuro's head. I'm instead going to throw the spider shot at Kuro, at those rocks, and then go hopefully pick up an ability cell while it goes over there. And I missed. Okay. Well, turns out the rocks did not get hit by the spider shot, so I messed up. It's a really tricky thing. You have to get the angle correct, and then you have to also be like, that was absolutely wrong. You have to be fast enough as well in order to deload parts of the terrain in order for the shot to actually get to said rocks. So let's try this again. But now I don't have to pick up the ability cell. I can just stand over here. All right, well, oh, there we go. So that's what it looks like. Except normally you go and pick up a thing while this is happening. So anyway, that's slow stompless, turns out. And now I have Glide after I walk over and pick up this feather. And I will be able to do my favorite trick in the game now, called rocket jump. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to get charge dash, and I'm going to save because I am bad at the video game. So now I can charge dash, but I can also throw an enemy above me and cancel a charge dash and go flying. And that's called a rocket jump, and I love it.
These tricks are awesome.
We like our yeets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's also another version of it that is if the enemy is below you, and it's just called a meteor kick.
Meteor kick, yeah, I'll do one of those later.
Yeah.
And now this is the actual hardest trick in the run. This is called Sorrow Bash, both because the area we're heading into is sorrow, and also because it causes lots of sorrow, like right now. All these spikes will kill me. All those spikes will also kill the bird. So I have to, bird, please, have to very carefully get the bird into position to do one of these. All right, second try. Sorry, Hobbs, you're in trouble.
Oh no. Nice. That's great. Awesome. That's great, dude. Like, I was gonna say that's great. Awesome. That's awesome, dude.
As long as I don't die. Well, all right, I have to do it again.
Okay.
I just got sniped by the green frog trying to get the keystone.
The other thing about Sarbash is it's probably the hardest single trick to learn in the game, but it is one of those that, like, once you learn it, you do get fairly consistent at it. But when you're rusty, it means that it's also one that you quickly kind of forget how to do. So
I also foolishly learned how to do it with a damage boost when I first learned, which was, yeah, well, it was fine until I went and started like trying to learn other categories where having 6 HP or whatever by this point wasn't viable. Okay, well, I'm dead again.
Wait, am I experiencing deja vu? What in the world happened? Why are we here?
I got sniped by a frog.
Oh, the drastic. Wow. The what's the word I'm looking for? The dang frogs. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
Dastardly.
Dastardly.
Yeah,
yes.
that works.
Thank you. That was exactly the D word I was looking for.
Oh my gosh, this dang bird. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Oh nope, it hit the spikes. luckily, because I am a keyboard and mouse player, I can try to like save things with double bashes, but because I'm also not good at consistently, oh geez, doing those, it doesn't always work. It still ends in a lot of death and misery. I really should have just gone ahead and safety saved after that first Sorrow Bash, huh? Who would have thought that the green frog was gonna snipe me like that, though, you know?
I needed to do a menu there and I forgot. Okay, it is...
Oh, come on, bird.
Remember that time when you said, you're in trouble, Hobbs?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
like,
wrong, turns out.
I think we take it back. I think we take it all back.
Okay,
yes.
I'm through again. This time, I'm going to grab this, and then even though it's gonna put me down in energy, I'm going to safety save. And we're gonna do things a little differently, not get sniped by the frog. I'm gonna use this frog to break the ceiling by baiting its shot all the way up. Do I have enough energy to rocket jump? I do. And I'm gonna rocket jump to the top. So the thing about frog shots is that they have a maximum height that is set at the time that they are shot. So like no amount of double bashing or anything will get that shot past that ceiling that is set when they are shot. So by timing that rocket jump correctly, we can get that ceiling set high enough to actually break the ceiling above us, which is really neat. All right, now charge jump, only 6 minutes behind PB. It's fine.
Everything's under control.
Certainly, yeah, not the worst thing in the world. So charge jump, I won't actually use for just a second here because I'm going to go a different way than the intended way, go back this direction, and then do a neat little trick called Terra Break, where I do a save anywhere up here against the ceiling that I can't actually reach with my charge jump, and then charge jump into those spikes, and then it carries the charge jump into that ceiling and breaks it for me, which is super cool. Shout outs to Terra, who breaks a lot of things in this game. We have Terra breaks, we have Terra jumps, we have Terra clips, we have a lot of Terra things. It's great.
A lot of terrible tricks, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, also true. Now, so this is the Sunstone. This is the key to the final dungeon that I would need to enter to beat the game in this no out of bounds category. Did I get it? There we go. You know what I didn't do? I didn't save anywhere.
You didn't get the Sunstone or something? Or
no, I got the Sunstone. Okay. I just closed my ability menu like a fool.
Oh, that's
I'm not watching the cutscene again. I'm just going to carry that save anywhere up again. Because I think that's still faster. That's a really long cutscene.
That would be faster. I thought it was already. Yeah. I thought you were past the point of no return already.
No. I just quit and started over. I was talking and not paying attention to what I was doing. And now I don't even remember what I was talking about. So that's good. Oh, dungeons. Yeah. So we went to Ginso with the water vein, and we're going to go to Horu, sort of, with the Sunstone. We're not going to touch Forlorn at all because there's nothing there of value to us.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, Chicken Little's stuck in an AI pattern that is really bad. And it's my fault. Okay.
So this time I have the Sunstone and skipped the cutscene. There's lasers there. I should not just stomp willy-nilly. The next location is Misty, and we kind of have I have all the abilities now that make me go really fast, and it makes Misty really fun. So I can bash, which means I can bash glide, I can dash glide, I can charge dash, I can rocket jump and meteor kick just like that. And all of that combined looks something like this.
Oh, I'm dead. Dang. I was saving that for a while. I should have just thrown the ether. I miscounted.
Oh, and into the spikes. Neat. All right, well, now I get to do it all again.
But yeah, you saw that cool trick, right? You want to see me do it again?
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong direction, Ori. So the thing about charge dash is, I only have one energy. That's unfortunate. I'm dead again. the thing about charge dashes is that they use an energy unless you cancel them. So you can cancel them in a couple of ways. Please go the right way. You can cancel them by bashing an enemy. So you'll see that a lot where I'm like charge dashing into an enemy because charge dash targets enemies. And the other way is to, I'm just going to be safe, is to stomp cancel. So you can charge dash and then stomp before the end of it. And then you can, not use that energy. So the really good runners will kind of charge, dash, and stomp cancel all over the place. I am not one of those. So you'll see me do it a couple times, but not a lot of them. Nope, I'm gonna grab that energy. And just cool. Thanks, slime. Slimes don't always leave little spiky things behind. Apparently that one did, and I just dashed right into it.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Misty.
It's okay,
here.
I'm dying on boat fight because boat fight's really hard.
When I tuned into you doing like some small practice, I was watching you die in boat fight.
Yep, it's hard.
It really is.
Oh, this unfortunate situation right now too.
Any fight
I'm sorry,
that's
team,
timed-
not Hobbs. I'm just like throwing right now.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're good. Any timed fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 is just really terrifying.
Yeah, this one is not timed. It's just bad. No, it's not bad. I mean, it kind of is, but like, I'm bad at it too. It's basically this is just a fight with a lot of pirates in it. Pirates are very weak to magic, but we only have so much MP, and Chicken Little can pull enemies in, which is what we want him to do, like this entire fight, basically. But it's based on both your positioning and the enemy's positioning, and so it can be really hard to do like consistently. And unfortunately, Chicken Little can also get hit, and that will reduce his summon gauge. And we want Chicken Little to not die during this fight because we need to use him, or we need to keep our drive gauge. And there we go. If Chicken Little like stays alive during the fight, then we get all of our drive refunded, which is very important because now it means I'll be able to go into Valor form at the end of this fight.
I decided to finally use one of my energy to make a safety save and and sacrifice the speed of being able to charge dash more, which is good because I finally made it through to the climb tree, probably, barring any absolutely catastrophe. Okay, there we go. I have climb. I did it. I'm 10 minutes behind. It's fine.
It's fine because I died there for a bunch too. So like I think we evened each other out right there.
Wasted an energy there.
But yeah, having Valor form here lets me run a lot faster all the way to the boss here, so you can see why this is preferential.
Oh, see, I have a question for you. I know that you're a very new showrunner, so you don't have a whole lot of episodes under your belt yet. But what's been your favorite episode of What's Faster so far, and what are you looking forward to in the future for your show? Because you're one of the few new showrunners that we've got here tonight.
Yeah. So my favorite episode that's a tough one. The first episode was Hobbs and Keys with Kingdom Hearts randomizer and Crystal randomizer, and that was obviously a lot of fun because friends and I'm Dead and games that I'm familiar with. So that was really fun. And then I also really enjoyed that platform's not there, I'm Dead again. The episode that I had with Kelpsy and Andy, because it was just like a bunch of silliness and a bunch of fun games, fun runs. Dread and Odyssey were a couple of the runs that night, which are both just like really neat speed games.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I remember watching a bunch of that one.
Oh, I almost died. It's fine. But yeah, I really enjoy just like, as Ray, my producer, put it, the Frankensteining together the show, because like for those of you that are not like super familiar with what it is, it's basically what's going on right now. It's doing races of games that are not the same games, but take a similar amount of time to complete. which can get really messy, and it means I have to spend a lot of time on SRC just looking at like different runs that people do and piecing together like, okay, this person runs this game and this game, and those are both like I am gonna just redo this. Those are, you know, similar times, and then they can also do this, and that's been really fun. But also, if you have games that you want to race with your friends, please put !WF in chat. I assume it's active. It might not be. And find my form to fill out to submit to my show, because I always can use more ideas. Because there's a lot of games out there, and Frankie, please stop it. Yeah. Oh, real quick, there's a boss here that if I do this right, you won't see. Yeah, there we go. There was 2 bosses there actually. They're both gone. But yeah, I could definitely use like submissions and stuff, because it's a lot of number crunching and just like brainstorming to put games together.
I got a question for you, C Average.
Okay.
When are you playing on Mercy Kill, and what are you playing for me?
Well, this is
Apparently a
a
great
game
candidate.
that I'm pretty rusty. Yeah. Wow. As far as like longer runs that would like fill up a slow show spot, those are words. I have run Spider-Man on the PS4, and that's like a 3-hour game that I haven't run in a while. But I don't know like how rusty I would be necessarily.
Yeah, that would be a
like,
really tough one to jump back into. Like that.
Yeah.
That would be
I'd
a
have to
maybe
find my
let him
notes
do
for
one
sure.
run first or something.
Yeah.
That's because it's a lot of where do I go? Oh God, I don't remember where to go.
Yeah, I would definitely have to find my notes, because that was a run that I did looking at notes the entire time, always.
Notes are always allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. But those are spikes. A lot of my games are kind of like this, where I may not have run them in a while, but like they're pretty easy to get back into. So like, oh, bird, get out of here, get out of here. Something like, you know, Bastion's only 5 minutes and also not hard to, you know, de-rust. Master Spy is another really short, easy to de-rust game. So I don't have any like great Mercy Kill candidates, but by all means, like, I will run whatever you look at, like whatever you see that I've run before, I will do it. I'm also like, I haven't done randomizers of like this game in a long time, which would potentially be pretty slow. Same with like, okay. I'm dead.
I would like to see you versus Richard in an episode of RNG. I would absolutely love that. We have not had Richard on yet, and I'm a big fan, if you didn't know of Richard.
The problem is I don't think Richard really did much Ori 1 rando.
No? Aww.
No.
Aww.
But we both are pretty slow Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer runners. That we play that together quite a bit, and that would be entertaining. Especially if you have me roll the seed. I am the most cursed seed roller in the history of Kingdom Hearts, I'm pretty sure. So it would be a show for sure.
Want to know what? I'll have my people contact your people. I think that's something I want to have on soon. That sounds good. That sounds really good, actually. And I'm sorry, I'm totally volunteering Hobbs for this, but I don't care. That sounds really good.
Yeah, no, you're volunteering Richard.
Richard? Oh, that's even better, because I haven't had Richard on yet, so that's perfect.
I am not rusty in Cage 2 rando.
I was gonna say, no.
That would be very bad for about 1 week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever it is.
I would love to have Richard on one of my shows eventually, though, whether it's for that or something else. And
I
you
just
too.
recently,
No, Richard told me Tetris, really. That sounds good, actually.
I still have energy, nice. I just recently got Kingdom Hearts 2 on PC, so like I set up the PC rando and stuff. The very first seed that I rolled, I decided I'd do all blue numbers, right?
Yeah.
And it was awful. I went like, I think I had gone through first visit of every world and like second visit of half the worlds and did not have a single glide yet. It was absolutely misery. Here's a trick called door warp. I'm at the last dungeon now.
Okay.
So I just need to press up on the frame that the game loads to like enter the door on the frame the game loads, and it will warp me to the end of the dungeon. It's apparently been patched out of my game. I haven't been able to do this very consistently like at all this week. So we might be here a little bit trying to get through this door. There we go. So it warped me to the end of the dungeon. So now I get to do this final escape if I can get up to the top here. All right, there we go. So final escape. I cannot take any damage because there's a poison water swimming section at the end because we never cleaned the water. I guess technically I could take 1 damage, but everything does more damage than that. Really good runners will only take 5 health throughout the entire run because you can get through that poison water swim with only 4 damage. I am going to stomp straight into lava. I am not one of those runners. I will almost always take, yeah, well, that too. I will almost always take 5 damage on my way through the water. I'm going to try this differently. So I have 6 health. We'll see if I needed all 6 at the end. I probably did. All right. Oh, I didn't explain the grenade jump I did earlier. I'm gonna do another one of those here in a second. Grenade is the last thing that we grab in the run because it's not like super useful for this all skills run. There we go. I got through. Oh, no. I don't want to spawn the bird. Don't want to spawn the bird. Don't. Okay. Oh, I have a lot of energy for grenade jumps. Awesome. Yeah, so as you see, I only have 1 health, so it's a good thing I grabbed all the health that I did. Now, to skip like half of this final cutscene, we can do a grenade jump just like that. Got it first try, and it skips like the first half of the cutscene, so it turns this last bit a lot shorter. Time will be coming up here in just a little bit. I have to walk Naru.
I don't think you're gonna have to tell Richard when time is.
No, I won't have to tell Richard when time is. That's true. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna walk Naru through here, and then I'm gonna walk behind 2 trees. The second tree is when time is, but I see chat asking if I've speedrun Ori 2. I did just a little bit when it came out. I definitely prefer this game, for sure. This is like one of those speedruns that just sticks with you, and that's time. I love the speedrun. Thanks everyone for watching. Conception, take it away.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know how any of this works, but that's fine. All right.
Welcome.
So, hey, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
Yeah, I am, for those at home, I'm playing Castle of Illusion HD. You know that meme that's like, can we get McDonald's? I got McDonald's at home, stuff like that. Can we do Kingdom Hearts? I got Kingdom Hearts at home, and that's what I'm presenting.
You're playing the other Disney game.
Yeah. There's just not enough Mickey in Kingdom Hearts 2, so I decided to throw you a little extra. But yeah, this game is really, really fun. It's a new one for me. I just picked this up not too long ago, so. Oops. There we go.
All right. We'll get more to you doing stuff in a second because I'm about to not be doing anything anyways. But I was grinding Wisdom Form throughout this world because it has the quick run ability attached to it, and that lets me now like dash around instead of just walking everywhere.
All right, cool. Got a little skip there. So this game has very few skips. It's a 2D platformer. Well, it's 2.5D platformer. But there is one skip that is right here that I'm not going to do, unfortunately. It's a little bit tough, and it makes it so that Mickey is moving on a 3D plane in what should be a 2D plane, so it's very easy to crash the game, and then it's also very easy to soft lock the game. So I'm not gonna be testing the waters too much there. I'm just gonna go around and do it the long way. Only takes about 15 extra seconds or so. Not too shabby. But yeah, the main thing we're gonna have to be focusing on my end here is making sure we have enough gems to get through. Each doorway has a certain amount of gems that you need before it's able to unlock, and obviously we gotta get to the end somehow, so we gotta get enough gems.
I'm heading to my last gummy mission for a long while, which is nice. But Conception, you are also a pretty recent showrunner. What is it that you run?
I am a showrunner of the famous, the hit show Awfully Silly, which is everyone's favorite AGDQ or SGDQ blocks, brought to you every 2 weeks on Mondays. So yeah, awful silly games. Those are my forte in terms of the show. I actually don't run too many awful or silly games myself, but I thoroughly enjoy them. So that's why I wanted to bring the show to the channel.
What is the worst
Always
game? Now, this is worst in your definition and opinion. What is the quote-unquote worst game you've ever had on your show?
Ooh,
You can say Forbidden Memories. That's fine.
Wow! Are you kidding
Well,
me?
I haven't had it on my show
I
yet.
just like
so,
bullying Sky, whatever she has me on. That's great.
Yeah, we'll have to have that on the show, and then my answer might change. But let's see. Boy, there's just been some real gems. I really enjoyed recently, not too long ago, we had an FMV centric episode, and there was a game we had on there which is called Thunder in Paradise. Which is it's based off a TV show that Hulk Hogan was on, and there was like one season of it in like the 80s or something like that. And it was fantastic. It was run by S. Sharif. Really, really great run. Just a lot of comedy, brought a lot of funniness to it, which is one of my favorite parts of the show, is just getting to see all the funny cutscenes and stuff like that.
All you had to stop at was on TV. There are so many bad, I mean unplayably bad franchise games based on movies and TV, especially SNES, NES, Genesis. There's just wow, just wow.
Oh yeah, for sure there is. I actually, in that same vein, I've been the past couple of years, I've been trying to pick up a holiday-based speedrun each year.
God,
just to do
here
for
we
fun.
go.
Die Hard.
Yeah, and this year's was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the Nintendo DS. And that game is bad. That's a very bad game. It's like WarioWare for babies.
Don't play Die Hard Trilogy, because it's just not a good game. We did that for the very first holiday episode of TFS, and when we initially picked it, we were like, oh, this would be funny if we did this every year, and just got weirdly better at it. And after we played it the first time, we decided to never play it again.
Sounds about
I've
right.
heard that about Die Hard, yeah.
There's some good Die Hard games. I think Die Hard for the NES is funny at least and stuff. I don't know. I think it's fine. Die Hard Trilogy for the PlayStation 1 is just bad. It's just a bad video game. Don't play. If you have a light gun and maybe a steering wheel, then maybe it's tolerable. But
I think
that being said, if anyone does speedrun it, feel free to come on my show. Awfully Silly, every other Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
I think Space Ace for the SNES is probably bottom of the barrel for me in terms of bad game. Oh, well, yeah. So, for instance, someone was running it, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. They died because the monster ate their shadow. Not their persona, because the monster ate their shadow. That counted as part of their hitbox.
I mean, they must have been a big fan of the Peter Pan movie and everything.
Oh yeah.
That's the only logical explanation. Yeah.
I was just like, my goodness, if your hitbox is your shadow, I just want nothing to do with that.
Your shadow.
I had an April Fool's episode of NBS where I had awful and silly block content. And I had Beast Wars, which is in AGDQ this year. I'm very excited.
Oh, no.
Same runner, Aylis got in. I'm very proud of her. And the run is completely different from when I had her on. But I had Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue for PS1. That was an experience. Everyone really likes Power Rangers. That was the day I learned that people will just love asking other, as soon as they know, oh, yo, you like Power Rangers? And then it just goes into a rapid fire trivia session, basically. And it was really, really fun. There was Fight Crab. That's still one of my favorite games I've had on NBS. And just I'm so glad your show exists, Conception, because the awful and silly blocks are my favorite segments in GDQs. I'm actually really, really excited to be hosting for the tail end of the Awful Block this year. I'll be hosting for Sonic Jam up through Discworld, which Discworld is not counted as Awful Block. You won't hear me call that game awful, but it probably could have been.
Yeah, it's one of those like awful adjacents, right?
Yes. Like
Kind
that.
of like what they did with what was that Untitled Goose Game they used as like the bridge game between the block, one of the past ones.
Well, it's like how Katamari is the tail end of the horror block this year.
What? Are you serious? Wow.
Makes sense to me.
I see no problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's just I get to feature the most ridiculous games. It's just a blast. I love it so much.
All right, I am coming up on another boss fight. A pretty difficult one because this one is very random. The
this is
boss can
Oogie?
like, yeah, the boss can open with a bunch of different stuff. I mean, there's not really like a good or worse pattern at my skill level. It's just I got one of them and I noticed which one it was. I think I could just use Dance Call now. Yeah. I'm gonna use a lot of this limit throughout this world. I've already used it once because it's a really good limit.
And I'm in Toyland. I'm getting some gems.
Yeah, we have one of those in Kingdom Hearts also.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of crossovers. See, that's what I'm saying. The Kingdom Hearts at home is what you're getting here.
Oh, do y'all?
I'll be having.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll be at a boss fight soon, but we got time. We got plenty of time.
Do you mind if I just remind everyone what we're doing and all that good stuff? Because I'm still seeing questions, of course. So this is the our end of year showrunner celebration spectacular shindig. Throw hot sauce and pickles and other foods that you like on it. We are the ultimate Sunday of showrunner shenanigans. We've actually stolen C Average, who stole from TFS's idea of like pitting two games against each other and seeing which is faster. They're unrelated games. In this case, we have J Hobbs versus the World, where Hobbs is racing Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Mode Vanilla versus 5 other games by 5 different showrunners. In fact, we're on game number 4. And what is your estimate for this conception?
I still have so long to go. How is this possible?
My estimate is 47 minutes, but that's actually pretty generous. I PB'd today in practice with a high
Y'all are killing
37.
me. What happened to the days of you don't practice your speed games? I mean, come on. I thought there was some camaraderie around.
This is a mercy kill. There's a show just for that.
Yeah, when you go up against the legendary Hobbs, you got to come in with as much preparation.
Conception PBing also. Like you both PB'd today, or I don't remember if Amy PB'd or was just very close to PBing.
About a minute
Either
off.
way, I still have like an hour, not 2 hours, but an hour and 20 minutes or something.
Conception, I have an idea for your show now. Now, this person has to agree, but we were talking about it earlier. How do you feel about Pears and Grey Witch?
Well, yeah.
Been running that.
I have been seeing that on the TL a lot lately, and it's on my radar for sure.
Does the person running the game have to agree that it belongs in the awful block? Because I mean, as we all know, Oth thinks Wand of Gamelon is a good game. So I mean,
oh boy. Yeah, that's a good philosophical question that I haven't had to deal with yet. Most people are in agreement that their games are awful or silly at the very least.
That would also be a good candidate for never before seen, because I'll tell you now, that has never been seen before at a GDQ.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
I know he's gonna submit. If he continues to run it, he will submit Pears and Grey Witch. I don't see it not being a thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be perfect for the show for sure. I can't see not including that in recent times.
I mean, it's perfect, honestly, for everything going on. It's a fun one. I say that,
yeah.
but I don't run it though either. So. We had a question in the chat, by the way. Has there ever been a bootleg during Awful Block? Yes, Titanic. Go and after the special's done, go watch that run and go watch the interview between Oth and Darkman after. That was probably one of my favorite GDQ moments ever. Just that whole run was ridiculous and hilarious.
That run was the only run I've ever been able to show to coworkers when I still worked in hotels. And they were like, what the heck is speedrunning? What are these events that you're either going to or you're like going on about? And I was just like, all right. I need to show you a speed run. I was like, here's what speedrunning is and you know what it's generally about. Now, sometimes we like to speedrun really bad video games, and Titanic was the one I decided to show. And we had a great time. It was when I worked at the graveyard shift, and the coworker in particular that I worked with on the graveyard shifts was like well into his 50s, and he had a great time watching it. It was actually hilarious. I was like in my early 20s then. But yeah,
so
like it was a great time.
I have to know, what did they all think when you showed the cutscene with the dog face? That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
no.
the edit that allowed it to be on GDQ.
Yes.
Oh god. That was an experience. I was crying laughing in the office, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh goodness.
Titanic is one of the bootlegs. There was a Donkey Kong bootleg also, I think, on GBC that was also on what you call it?
Donkey Kong Country 5, of through space and time or whatever it's called. Oh, no, it switched on me. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. You know what? This is just a guaranteed present skip, so I'm gonna save time by losing time.
You know what I like?
It all comes back in the end.
What I like about this special the most, Amber, is to watch Hobbs's impending reactions towards his doom.
Yeah, and I also really enjoy watching whenever the screen goes dark enough, like you can see the faint image, the faint spirit of Kizaron on the screen, and he's just like either staring very disappointedly, very angrily, or very longingly at the screen. Oh god.
A person of many emotions, Kizaron.
No, it's Hobbs who's like staring at like this laughing image of Kizaron on the screen, and like it's like Hobbs dies, screen fades to black for a moment, Keys is laughing at him. Just big shout outs to our producer Richard here on Wednesday nights for being the greatest of memes, the greatest of memers even. If y'all haven't seen like the episode where I had Skybills on for Zelda 1 randomizer, there's some good juicy memes in there too.
That was a mean scene for the record.
Oh god. Did you ever go back and see how Richard memed on you?
Oh yeah. How could I forget, you know? Oh goodness. And again, I had Amber on Mercy Kill for Pokemon Snap. That was probably one of my favorite episodes of the year. There were some great moments in that one.
God, TGH did Zelda 1 and got Mercy Killed, and then I did Pokemon Snap and did way too much note taking. And like finished well under estimate, and then I followed that up with like the new Pokemon Snap race, which is the only race I've ever had on Never Before Seen. That was also a good show because CJ It's All Good did fantastic commentary for Quo, and not Deku King and Quo were the same person. Oh my god. But yeah, like just a great time overall. I still remember I want to say like what my favorite TFS episode was. It was Sonic Generations, actually, where Hobbs,
my best gaming moment of all time.
Yes, the Seaside Hill, like where like you camera locked for some reason, and you just kept playing the stage until you hit the signpost at the end of the classic act of Seaside Hill.
I did half that stage blindfolded effectively.
Yes, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's still my greatest gaming moment of all time, I think.
You can, I think you can still find that clip somewhere on the GDQ channel. Like, you should definitely Google it if y'all haven't. Like, that was incredible.
Okay, this is a very difficult fight, by the way, or it has a very difficult strat in it. That is also a little random. I did not expect you to start attacking. That was scary. All right. If all goes well, at the end here, I'm going to kill everything. Okay, it will not happen, but ooh, this is now scary. I may die. We'll see. Yeah, ideally you kill everything in the very first part of this limit, but there's some randomness to it, and also it's really difficult to begin with. Oh, I am so gonna end up dying here. How do I
get close to
this?
dying myself. Had some tense moments there. But now I'm on another boss, which is some guppies.
Yeah, there's the death. I should have just actually died immediately and committed to it, but yeah, there was no way I was saving that.
Give me strength.
All right. Being in this fight's
All right.
not as bad, but the end of this fight is awful.
By the way, if anyone's interested, this game, which I think is very good, it's also like pretty short. Like it's not too, even from a casual perspective, not too long.
Yeah.
It's like $3 on Steam right now. It's super cheap, super cheap. So definitely pick it up if you like Disney platformers. If you like the old Castle of Illusion, I think it's definitely way different, but it pays homage to it in some nice ways. I think it's a lot of fun. Highly suggest.
Yeah, I've played this casually as well, and it is honestly kind of delightful.
It's very cheery. Yeah, it's a good vibe. I don't know how else to describe it. It makes me smile.
Like, we're actually on the 2 games in this list besides, you know, the game I'm running after you're done. We're on the 2 games I've actually played out of the 6 games in this segment.
Yeah.
I should go play Ori in the Blind Forest. It's so good.
It's
gotta
like
play those
literally
too.
in
They're
my
on the
list.
I'm the same way. People in my chat will attest to this. I'm particularly bad with 2D platformers as a whole. So me running this game is like, it's kind of like a coming of age moment for me. Even though this one's like pretty easy as far as 2D platformers go. But yeah, anytime there's a good 2D platformer that comes out, I'm like, oh, I want to play it, but I'm so intimidated.
You're gonna learn one of the Castlevania games then?
Yeah, I've never actually, no, I was gonna say, have I not played a Castlevania game? I think I've played one, but I've definitely never ran one.
Yeah, those 2-day ones are very, very intense runs.
Yeah, they look it.
And this is a question for y'all, actually. If you do eventually learn a new speedrun, not committing to next year in general, what runs do you have your eyes on?
Ooh. Okay.
Well, if you had asked me about 12 hours ago, I would have said Metroid Dread, but I have now learned it because that's what I was doing instead of practicing for this, because that's what's going to be on TFS tomorrow. But
nice.
There's a lot of stuff I want to learn. I want to actually like properly learn Dark Souls 3. I'd love to like relearn Spider-Man and probably learn Miles Morales too. Like those are just really good games. Yeah, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff that I would want to learn, honestly. How about you?
Yeah, for me, so I made 2 purchases recently off of eBay, which is I bought the GBA port of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, God.
And then Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for Nintendo DS. So maybe one of those. I've never played either, though, so if they're bad, then, you know, I'm not gonna be beholden to that. But I'm looking at those. I'm also I run a good chunk of Pokemon games, and I've kind of been toying with learning Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or maybe even Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Haven't fully decided yet, but something in that vein maybe.
Oh yeah, I would also love to learn the Emerald run, because the like one kind of scrappy run I did of it was really fun. And also Sonic Generation, since you brought that up, Amber, like that would be a fun one to learn too.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember
that run's
Sonic
cool.
Generations like with TFS, and then I remember you haven't put keys through Lost World yet. And I know that's technically because you've played through it. I know you
Lost World.
You played Lost World with Spike earlier this year.
I've actually done 3 like semi-improv races of Lost World. I forgot to just drive here. Whoops,
Yep.
I was doing rando strats.
Why is Mickey collecting Chaos Emeralds, by the way?
Yeah, gotta beat that evil Dr. Robotnik at the end. Imagine if that's the only change they made. It is a Sega game. They could do that.
But yes, Hobbs, you were saying, I'm sorry, I got very distracted because those look just like Chaos Emeralds.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I think Lost World is great. Like I've it's my favorite game to know like nothing about and just race people in anyways. Like it's kind of a really just good game for that. And it's a slept on Sonic game. More people should play it. And the run for it's like really cool actually. Like there's some super neat levels and strats. So I'm heading into Light Cycle. This part sucks and I might die and I'll lose a lot of time if I do, but I shouldn't because I should just not be bad, but you know, that's kind of hard to do.
I died a ton of times here casually. This is not a fun part of the game.
Yeah, so I get 2-shot on critical mode in this section, and okay, well, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. The opening, there's 2 parts to this, basically. The first part is random, like, which enemies spawn is not random, but like, exactly where they spawn and if they're kind of like already attacking and not. So if you get hit in the beginning, it's just kind of up to RNG. And then your damage carries over into the second phase of this where it's not random, but I'm bad. So I like to have full health going into the second part, but okay, I got better luck this time. So now I'll have full health. This should be doable then. But I did already die once, so that sucks. And like after this section, well, really, as we get kind of near the end of Tron World in general, we head into like a really brutal just gauntlet section of this run. But I'll talk more about it as we kind of get to the harder parts of it.
I'm fighting in my hold on, I gotta remember the Kingdom Hearts lore. Nobody?
No, nobody knows that.
That looks like more like your Heartless, considering it's
my
a
Heartless.
shadow.
Okay, yeah, my Heartless, which is just the shadow version of myself. Another Chaos Emerald for me, though.
I can't wait for somebody to weave that into Kingdom Hearts lore and say that it's canon somehow.
Someone will.
Yeah.
Don't tempt the internet.
Exactly.
They will.
It'll happen.
Hey, the great thing is I don't care about Kingdom Hearts story and lore, so they can do it and I can just laugh at them. It'll be awesome.
And I am on a boss right now, which is a licorice dragon that's swimming in a sea of milkshake.
While you're floating on macarons.
Yeah. Which I assume are strawberry?
They look like they'd be strawberry.
Yeah, I never know. There's never any confirmation. Gonna bonk them. Bonk.
Okay. Got through the garbage minigame that is Light Cycle. Like that, it's just so rough that 2-shots you on critical mode.
All right, there we go. Oops. I almost forgot to jump. I would have gotten swallowed by a licorice dragon.
All right, now I hope everybody is ready to hear this critical health noise, or we're probably listening to the music on the other side or something, I don't know. But basically, I am low health intentionally right now because I want to experience boost, which is to say get twice the experience from these enemies, and I need to be under half health to do that. So Stitch is also going to help me do that by refilling my MP or by being a nuisance and putting enemies way higher than I can reach them. And the problem is Stitch will also slowly heal me over time. So that's why I kind of need to like go quickly, or else I could end up back over half health. Like it's not really going to happen most likely, but.
All right, and now on my side here, I'm collecting the last bit of gems that I will need for the run. I've unlocked the last door that has a gem requirement, so I no longer care about collecting gems anymore. Since it's the 80% category, we're just going to try to blow through levels as fast as we can here. We just got a few more, but these are also probably the hardest ones in terms of platforming, so.
Stitch is really like, I mean, he's giving me MP a lot, but he's kind of making this worse. Okay, so I hit level 23. That's mostly what I'm looking for. I also want to get just a little bit more experience than that. That's plenty. And now I can leave.
Let's see.
Yeah, we use that section because there's just infinitely spawning enemies once you freeze 2 of the screens. And it just allows us to get a lot of experience.
Like a team all the way to the beginning. Okay, no, thankfully. That's where the checkpoint was. Whew. Unfortunate death there, but ultimately not super costly.
All right, I'm heading into the boss of this world. And I'd say around now-ish is kind of when that big gauntlet starts that I was talking about. Because I've got this boss fight, then 2 more fights that you can easily mess up, and then another boss fight, and then 4 more fights, and then a really hard fight. It's like all back to back to back to back, so.
Yeah, when I was doing randomizer, I was okay with doing the randomizer proper, but the final gauntlet in this game is just not nice.
Okay, I messed this up. Yeah, we're not even close to the final gauntlet. This is the midway gauntlet. Oh boy, I don't know how to recover this.
Okay. Nope. Turn around, Mickey. There you go.
I'm probably not gonna have enough damage to knock him into the next phase with that move. Yeah, which is unfortunate because now I'm likely gonna die. Oh, he's healing. Okay. Need these badly, please. Oh no, a lot of them despawned. That's not good.
Okay.
Okay, somehow I lived. I lost quite a bit of time doing that fight that way, but at least I lived.
Did not die.
Yeah. Whew.
What's that like? Because I just died at that level.
Here, I'll tell you in like 5 minutes. Hold on. Like I said, it does not end there. Okay, so we go from there to a fight that's really easy to die on, which could be said about basically every fight in this video game. Whoa, I got launched because of 60 FPS. Okay, that was weird. Please
double hit there.
Okay, that was super scary. Okay. That fight was really wonky, but we got through it. And now we're gonna head into a fight that is a really cool strat if you do it right, because you use like Chicken Little and get all of your drive gauge back and use a limit and like magic and stuff. Use all these cool tools, but let's see if I can do it right, because I probably won't. This is a really hard strat.
All right. That's like all of the words I know from Kingdom Hearts, so all the ones you just said. Limit. You know, other words. Oh, I got a nice little hop there.
All right.
I just saw one of your emotes in chat, Tops.
Was it didn't die?
Yes.
Because that's the one that everybody uses.
I was like, of course, it's actually the
didn't
emote
die.
code is J-Hob's second place.
Yeah.
Go follow and sub to J-Hobs. That is a beautiful emote.
That is.
I do love
really
that
like
emote.
it.
While you're over there, like, hop over to Conception's channel and follow him. What What do you
I
do
don't
on
have
your
many
stream?
Cool emotes.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this a lot lately. But I just speedrun bug snacks a lot. It's probably what I'm most known for at this point. But also do like a number of Pokemon speedruns, and then I've been trying to, you know, as true to my nature of my show, trying to get into some more awful games and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's basically what I've been focusing on. But I did just recently move, so I haven't been streaming as much as I would have liked to. But
Same.
yeah, I saw that. I sympathized with you on Twitter there, because the move is rough. But finally settling in here, so that's good.
Ooh, okay, that was a good Demix fight. So I might have to fight this guy again because there is no checkpoint from this fight all the way through the next 4 fights. We're gonna see if we do okay with it. I put on these things and that, and then we move. Yeah, these are the Final Fantasy fights. If I die on any of these, I have to go all the way back to before Demix. It sucks. And there's a reason Rando adds a checkpoint here.
Actually picked up the PC versions of all the Kingdom Hearts games because I'm interested in Rando for KH2, but I want to replay things first because I haven't played them in years. And I was just very happy that the PC versions finally went on sale, which I think they're still on sale. So if anyone is interested in playing the PC versions of this or trying the randomizer, y'all should check that out.
Yeah, though you can play the Rando on emulator as well, so you don't have to have the PC version.
Yeah, but
if you
60
want.
FPS.
But if you want to play, yeah, it is nice on 60 FPS. And if you want to play Kingdom Hearts 1 randomizer, then you need the PC version.
Yeah. And I've always kind of liked KH1 more than I've liked KH2, so I will probably take a crack at that once I've replayed the game.
Yeah, I have to get those PC versions too. I just have the PS4, 5 versions at the moment,
which are honestly better versions, or at least better for KH2. But you can't play Rando on them, obviously. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm playing on PS5 right now.
Yeah, I've heard the PC versions have had some problems, so that's kind of why I hesitated a little bit.
Yeah, they're mostly like fixed from a crashing perspective, unless you're playing Rando, but they are just a they like are slower on load times and stuff like that.
Isn't it funny that we have all these modern consoles and now load times are all of a sudden like sometimes better on the console than PC?
Oh, right. It's like it's usually the other way around, but somehow they messed this one up. Okay, so I'm through the scariest platform, and I really did think I was going to die on that one, so it was spooky. But that does not mean that I cannot die here or anything, so I absolutely can. I'm going to level my drive form here to level 2. I should have been looking to see what these enemies were doing before I did that, but thankfully Cloud is like really good. So is Tifa, and she did a good job in the previous platform. But yeah, Cloud will like do a lot of good work for us here. If all goes well, I'm dead. Yeah, dang. I got greedy. I should have thrown another magnet. Yeah, so that's a huge time loss, and that's why I was saying I needed to be ahead earlier on. This is just, yeah, unfortunately, where you get sent back to. It is very difficult, this whole section, because we don't have an ability that we're actually going to get right after this, an ability called Once More, which would protect us from a combo death. Like if we were getting comboed like we just were a second ago, we could only get reduced down to 1 HP. But unfortunately, we level up and get that in those fights. So we don't have them during it because we can't put it on yet.
All right, threw a little bit for content, died on, well, this is honestly probably one of the harder platforming sections. It died twice though, which is unfortunate. It means I'm going into the final boss here with a little less health than I'd like, but honestly, this final boss is not too hard. Not too hard.
This fight has gotten weird. Because Demix is like that.
I will say as well, this is the final boss, so time is kind of soonish. This fight is kind of long though. It's like 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes long. So yeah, I'll give more of a warning for you, Amber, when to get set up here.
I have the game, like I have Dash Adventure 2 open. I'm just like, it's a matter of minimizing windows and moving stuff away.
Gotcha.
And meanwhile, Hobbs is fighting Demix, which is not a pleasant fight.
Oh, not even a little.
No. Especially not when you have to fight him 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
And I am fighting who is technically Mizrabel, but is also the evil queen from Snow White. I feel like that was a change they made for this game, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, and a hop. One of my favorite mini games in Mario Party is the hot rope jump, which is what we get to do here a little bit.
Oh
Hot
yeah,
rope
that is
jump.
basically this.
It's basically the same thing. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, not too hard. Nothing much going on my end. Just have to survive. Six. He likes to shoot 8 of these missiles. I think 1 more. Yep. What? I got swatted. No, don't make me do this again. Okay. Whew. For some reason, I just bonked right off the top of her. I've never had that happen before. All right, so this is the second to last hit. Last hit is coming up, and then as we collect the gem, it will be time. So maybe about 30 seconds-ish.
Well, here's y'all's reminder to follow Conception at twitch.tv/ConceptionSR. Come watch Awfully Silly on Monday. Okay.
Mondays, yep.
There's so many shows, I have completely forgotten the schedule outside of Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'm gonna be real.
Yep. We do have a GDQ coming up, so that occurs during the week that Awfully Silly would be this week. So we won't be back until then. But here we go. Time.
All right.
All right, GG.
Best of luck,
Thank
Amber.
you.
And best of luck,
Thank
Hobbs. Get through this. You got this.
All right, so I think I'm ready to go. This is Dash Adventure 2. I'm gonna go ahead and hit start on this. Time started already, but this is Dash Adventure 2. It is a big overhaul mod for Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam. It explores the entire concept of what would happen if Sega had went with the rabbit concept art instead of the hedgehog for Sonic when they were originally designing him. It features a fully redesigned cast, new physics, retextured stages, new soundtrack, or remixed soundtrack rather, and all sorts of awesome stuff. It feels really good to play. It feels really fluid, really fun, and I really recommend it if you are a seasoned veteran. But right now we've got Dash the Rabbit, who is replacing Sonic the Hedgehog. He has a lot of the same abilities, but he can't use the bounce attack that Sonic can use in SA2. Instead, he gets this really nifty drop dash a la Sonic Mania, which allows us to go basically from 0 to 100 really, really fast. The game is overall, like, the movement is faster, the jumps are higher because he's a rabbit. It's a lot of fun, and I strongly recommend checking it out. You can check it out on the Sonic Hacking Contest page from it, and get the hot fixes from the team lead's Twitter. It's his pinned tweet. Revenir Incarne has the tweet for that, for the hot fix patch for it. But I'll explain
Sonic
the
Adventure 2 is my favorite bad video game. So
I don't think it's a bad video game.
What's bad? No, I disagree.
Sonic Adventure 2 is a bad video game. It's okay. We can all admit it. But it's my favorite bad video game. I love to play it.
I really like it. It's my favorite Sonic that I've ever played.
And it's okay to love bad things.
So you're talking to the person who runs Sonic 3D Blast. This is not a bad
I didn't say it was
game.
the worst Sonic game. I just said it's a bad Sonic game. Well, no, it's actually not even a bad Sonic game. It's a bad game. It's probably on the good side of Sonic games. But, you know, we all know how that goes.
You have my support, Amber.
I said I love it.
I don't think it's bad. I will defend that. It is not a space.
You should play it again.
I will actually. I can't say for what yet, but I do plan on playing through it casually again. So yeah, I'll let you know. You want to know what? I'll keep an open mind, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it again.
As somebody who's played it like about once a year since I first played it, it's a bad video game. I love that bad video game.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna warn people ahead of time that in like in-game cutscenes and stuff, the like pre-rendered stuff has already not been able to be edited. Modding cutscenes is extremely hard in this game, but in the in-game stuff like the cutscenes before bosses and stuff, you will see some really mangled models because again, extremely difficult to mod that stuff. So it's a little hilarious, not gonna lie, but it is not anything that was really in the modding team's control there.
What's your estimate again, Amber?
45, 47, something around those lines.
You're gonna be close to 3.5 hours. What the heck?
I can add other categories onto it. I can do Dark Story. For sure.
If you hit like 40 minutes from now, it'll have been 3 hours and 3 minutes.
This is not Redgate.
You should have made a wager after that comment to make Hobbs play this again.
Probably should have. You're not wrong. I enjoy making the opposition suffer.
Yes.
No, Omochao, don't start talking. Don't start talking. I want my hint. But we are. What the heck did I trip on? All right, so we are playing as Jabs the Kangaroo, which I didn't really talk about, but he has a triple jump, which makes scaling things really awesome. He has a slightly higher jump than Knuckles, higher speed, but otherwise has most of the same abilities as Knuckles. He also swims faster, which is pretty neat.
Perfect. Now on to
It'll
the
be
next.
good if there is an emerald trapped in the water on Aquatic Mine, because every single time there's one in there, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I really don't like this part of Aquatic Mine.
You should stay out of an adult's business.
Okay, so I just went back and forth within through some room transitions for a while. That was actually to manipulate some Heartless called bulky vendors to spawn in later sections of the game, and they give a lot of experience. That's the main reason. I think I switch that and put on that.
So we're entering Prison Lane, which is the third of our play styles. It is the Mech Walker style, and we're playing not as Tails, but as Bolt the main wolf. He has a hover that gains height. His physics are, he's a lot faster than Tails is, and just generally feels way better to play as. He turns a bit smoother, stuff like that. It actually makes the mech stages, which were already my favorite to run in Hero Story, and I'm not a big fan of Hero Story, mind you. I've run the vanilla game for like 6+ years at this point, but it's just really nice to, like, the stages I liked running already, I like even more. They're a lot of fun because, you know, you move fast and stuff.
I tend to like Dark Story better myself. What don't you like about Hero Story?
Knuckle stages, put bluntly.
Okay,
That in a speedrun setting, in vanilla SA2, there's super bounces for Sonic, and like they hurt my hands. Like I legit can't run Hero Story anymore, seriously, because I can't do like really tight super bounces or anything like that. Like it is not healthy for my hands. But this game doesn't have that because Dash can't bounce. Dash only has the drop dash instead.
Casually, I remember Crazy Gadget being a nightmare the first time I played it. Granted, I was much younger, but that was not an easy stage your first time through.
Absolutely same.
Good enough for me.
So we're gonna move into Metal Harbor, which is the first stage that can actually kind of heck me here. I usually die once, sometimes twice in this stage. But Dash has a double jump, which is really, really useful when having the platform at any point. Or, you know, I could just plummet right in the water. That works too. So there's my death.
This has a real chemical plant zone vibe to it.
Yep, that was the plan for the retexture when, so Reveneer, who is both the team lead and the main texture artist for the mod, he had a chemical plant vibe in mind when he was retexturing Metal Harbor, and it looks really cool. Like the work that he and the like the rest of Dash team who put the mod together, like they've put a lot of thought into this, and I could ooze and gush about it forever.
That's not the right thing.
This certainly looks like a passion project for sure. Hobbs, I don't know what you're doing over here.
Fine. I was supposed to use Trinity Limit to snap to that enemy, but I accidentally used Comet.
It worked.
I forgot. I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna forget a lot of things. I'm gonna be sad.
And that's the speedrunning effect, right? So like a lot of us, we know how to do the beginning of the game, but because we don't get runs to the end of the game as often because we tend to reset a lot, what happens is we forget about the later parts of the game. I know I'm certainly guilty of that.
See, the problem is I've barely ever reset this game. It's just been a little bit. And I was practicing as much as I could last night and today, and did not get this far. So
Gotcha. Well, it is a long run, to be fair. And honestly, Forbidden Memories is the longest run I've ever done. I don't know how y'all do the long runs. Like,
oh, I used to do like a 7-hour Up Your Arsenal category, Ratchet and Clank.
Gosh, are you kidding?
And that one
me?
is 7 hours of constant stuff, but it was only 7 hours because I was bad. So to be fair.
So I am actually running a 171 emblem run of Dash Adventure 2 on New Year's Eve because I'm an idiot. I do that yearly. I take SA2 and I do everything short of Chow World, and I usually do a casual like 180 once a year these days. Again, because I'm an idiot. And my first 180 emblem like impromptu run I ever did was God, like 16 hours. There we go. So I just beat Dusk the Rabbit, who replaces Shadow in Dark Story. But we won't see him again until the end of this run.
Oh, come on.
For those asking if the textures that are used in this are either new ones or borrowed from other Sonic games, this game is a mix, or like this mod is a mix of new and remade textures, or remade SA2 textures, or like remade like refined textures borrowed from other games. So it's a mixed bag.
Now I can't hear your game. Is this all the same music, Amber?
Nope. It's a completely remixed soundtrack. They're working on a DX version mod, which completely retextures the speed stages, so Sonic and Shadow or Dash and Dusk stages. Completely retextures them again, and then also like gives new music to those again that are like not remixes of their SA2 like counterparts. But the music is all pretty dang good, honestly, if I do say so myself. There's a number of musicians and singers who have done good work with this. But this is a remix of Green Forest for this mod that's playing right now.
Such a good song, too.
It is. I realize I should have just shared the game window to you.
That's all right. I mean, I can still see all the action going on. I have both yours and Hobbs' windows open because I don't want to miss out on any of the action.
Yeah.
Speaking of the action, Hobbs' fight right here, very difficult. Casually and probably going fast, I would imagine. Not fun.
Yeah. The speedrun strat for this is really cool, and I'm unfortunately very bad at it, and also cannot do it because Donald died, and I decided instead of reviving him and potentially dying myself, I just decided to heal myself. So I need to get some MP bubbles from the boss there. Yeah, I was like, if I get hit by any of this, I'm just dead. Well, maybe now I can do it a little bit better. Because yeah, this fight is it's got a really difficult strat. I wanted to use Master Form at the end, but I didn't build up enough drive.
I gotta remember to skip cutscenes. Because I would be here much longer than 45 to 47 minutes if I watched the cutscenes in Hero Story. All right, so we're back in Pumpkin Hill. Halloween was a few months ago. This is normally where we would get the ability to dig, but we are playing New Game Plus, so we already had it. And also, like, this mod was designed around New Game Plus runs. But you can definitely play it from a fresh file as well. There we go. A missile path. There's a couple places this could be. There we go.
That's a wrap.
Person in chat who was asking what was that character that was in instead of Sonic in Green Forest, and how does one unlock them? It's not unlockable normally in the game. It is a mod called Dash Adventure 2. It's part of the Sonic hacking contest from this year. You should go check it out. If you have the Steam version of Sonic Adventure 2, you can mod it with Dash Adventure 2. We are here in Mission Street, which is normally the first stage that introduces the hover boost for Bolt here. But we already have it, so we get to use it from the very beginning. I'm just gonna hover on past here. We're gonna use this Chow box to hover across this, ignoring having to get on the platform cycle that most people are trying to get on in vanilla.
That's really great that you're given the hover early here. This is a pretty tough stage, especially if it's your first time. There's so much going on, and it's really easy to fall.
Yeah, and normally the hover also doesn't gain any height unless you're in Cosmic Wall as Eggman. But instead, Bolt has a very gradual rise with his hover, and it actually gives a lot of flexibility to the platforming in his stages.
Also, GG Hobbs on that boss. I know you probably spent a little longer on that than you wanted to, but that's a tough fight right there. It's one of the ones that stuck out to me.
Hard. This Unisaur attack. And okay, so the nice thing about getting done with that fight is you never have to do it again until the next time you do it again. And also, it is, you get Duck Flare from it. You get Flare Force, which is a limit for Donald that is really, really good.
Mega Duck!
Not going to use it just yet. Oops, I messed that up. Let's try seeing if this will be enough to fix it.
I like the way in which the character runs, Amber. This is very cute. Just that kind of quicker urgency on the spot.
That was one of the first things I laughed about. They can fix that. It's a lot harder to fix it because they would have to resync the sound effects to the new animation. But I kind of like it like this. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, they shouldn't change that. It's almost like if a machine had a butt wiggle. That's what it looked like. It's just kind of like wiggling. It's funny.
Looks like the mines.
Yeah, the least subtle enhancements to this game are the physics. A lot of higher jumps, additional jumps in the case of Jabs here. He has a triple jump, as I've mentioned. No, hit that. That could be a free piece. It's not. Overturned minecart is this away.
That's one of the nicer ones to get. This is a tough treasure hunting one, Aquatic Mine. There's just so many tricky places where they can be in this one.
Okay, so now I'm gonna actually use these bulky vendors, that thing that I manipulated earlier to show up here, in order to get a lot of experience. And I actually got hit intentionally there as well, so that I would EXP boost the second one. I have more than enough experience, as I saw right there, so yeah, I didn't really need to do that, but it's fine. Donald should heal me here, hopefully.
Are those the things that show up at the end of Kingdom Hearts Randomizer to help give your level up for the final gauntlet?
On to the next.
If you're using the Promise Charm, yeah.
Yes, if you're using the Promise Charm.
Yep, those are the same things.
Also, we're coming up on Route 101, which is a lot of kart racing. The skybox and textures here are so pretty, and it plays a cover and remix of a Sonic R track, Diamond in the Sky. It's really good.
Ooh. Do you know, music-wise, if there's any track that is a remix of the Casino Night Parkway thing from Sonic Heroes?
No, not in this mod. But music modding SA2 is not particularly difficult. You just convert files that you like, that you want to use, to the correct file names and have them be in the correct format, which is ADX. But like, it's really easy to do a music mod pack for SA2.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, I have a personal mod pack when I play the vanilla game for music and stuff.
All right, so this is RNG. I'm getting a lot of green boxes, which is good because I'm getting no big boxes. Okay, now we're getting one right at the end, but it's going to get thrown out by... Oh, it didn't get thrown out. That's incredible. Yeah, green boxes are decent. You want those big boxes as much as possible, but it's just completely random. And now I am going to do the experiment fight, which if all goes well is going to be me using a lot of duck flare and dealing a bunch of combos. But it is pretty tight, as is pretty much every strat from here on out, so we'll see.
I forgot all about this fight, actually. Habs. That's a lot of health.
I'm also really happy. In the vanilla game, there's not a bunch of ramps and, like, you know, speed boosts on the track. In this mod, there are, and it makes the stage go by a fair bit quicker and feel a lot better. I don't have to do the skidding, like, to uncap the speed cap or remove the speed cap. I don't have to do that nearly as often in the stage.
Dang. Yeah, I messed up. I forgot to do the blizzard. It's very easy in this speedrun to mess up one input, just one, and then immediately die. Which is what happened there. Is this going to be able to throw all the way? Yes, good.
But yeah, if you want to try out this mod for yourself, you can download it at the Sonic Hacking Contest page for it. If you Google Dash Adventure 2 Sonic Hacking Contest, I'm sure you'll find it there. The 2021 version. We're in Hidden Base, which normally gets broken by Tails' hover in the vanilla version. Bolt's hover is no different here in Dash Adventure 2.
Okay. All right, there was a weird end to it, but that was basically the strat. And now we are heading in. Shake out my wrists a little bit. A lot of gaming today. In Agrabah 2, which is somewhere you ideally never want to be in a randomizer.
Yeah, I was just gonna add that. I heard a lot of people saying, oh, at least I didn't have to go to Agrabah 2 this run.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Agrabah 2.
In a speedrun, yeah, I still don't like it for the most part, but the boss fight is cool. The boss fight is one of my favorites to do because it's just fun, but the all the carpet section we're about to do is terrible. Yeah, so this fight, like, these next two fights are just really hard to wrangle.
Oh, heck.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing about the revisits during Kingdom Hearts 2, I felt like a lot of those sections in development felt kind of rushed compared to how good the first visits are to each of these worlds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, they're not bad per se, but they're bad compared to the first section from each world, is what I mean to say.
I think they're also just like really fast, which is like fine. They made a choice. They decided to have you come everywhere, or most places, twice instead of once. So they just kind of split it up. They had to split it up somewhere, but
yeah, it essentially turns the second part of the game into a boss rush, which I guess is
which
okay.
is really cool in a speedrun, honestly.
Yeah.
The second half of the run is nice because you're also done with almost all your gummy missions, so you can just go straight from world to world. Okay, now this fight is a little more consistent usually, but I'm probably gonna mess it up.
So to answer the question about the Dash Adventure 2 soundtrack, that has not been officially put out, but you can get most of it for download on in the SA2 Realm Discord. There's a lot of the soundtrack that's been posted there by the creator, Reveneer.
Didn't mess that fight up. I'm happy.
Oh, heck. I want this rail. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna just ignore the fact that a door exists here as soon as I can. There we go. This ghost is gonna grab me. It's fine. All right, so if I line this up right. I said if I line this up right.
So I have to be a little careful here because if I get hit one more time, I'm probably dead, but this is a very fast one, so I should be fine. Yeah.
Didn't even get my jump there. I can't get through this wall. How you can tell I'm speedrunning SA2, I can't get through this wall is a phrase that just came out of my mouth. All right, we're gonna do this vanilla. So where I was spin dash jumping, you can actually go through the wall, and I get that every time in practice or in, on my own channel. Can't seem to get it here. That's okay though. If you want to see me do it first try, go watch the community spotlight showing of this back in like November.
All right, I'm in an auto scroller now. I should hit level 30 in this auto scroller really soon, actually. And that is important because that is a strength increase. We need that in order to do the strat on Genie Jafar that I'm going to try to do. Because I haven't practiced it in a little bit, I might not get it, but we'll see. Because if I don't get it, I'll probably just die. Because that fight sucks if you don't get the strat.
I too am in the Agrabah of my game.
You in Pyramid or
Pyramid
whatever.
Cave, Hidden Basin,
Yeah.
Death Chamber, yeah.
Right, there's my level 30. So yeah, the strat coming up is what's called a DM skip or a desperation move skip, because desperation moves are the moves bosses have in Kingdom Hearts that when they get low on health, they'll often do a move where they become invulnerable and it deals a lot of damage to you, or is just really hard to avoid, or what have you. But the main thing is it takes time and they're invulnerable. So we want to skip those as much as possible, and a lot of the strats from like here on out are in order to skip DMs. Genie Jafar's, I will probably die if I have to sit through his DM, so we're absolutely going to try to skip it.
So we're going into my worst hunting stage, Death Chamber. I usually try to get 2 or 3 hints per key here because I'm just that bad at this. Also, someone is asking what software I use for my avatar. I use Vroid Studio to make it. I use VC Face to animate it and use it on stream. This is green, not blue. But if anyone likes Sandopolis Zone like I am, I'm one of the few who likes Sandopolis Zone and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you'll like the remix of this and the upcoming boss we've got. Just grab the key, please. I asked you very nicely.
I had to play that for Super Boss Brothers. That was actually one of the rounds that I won.
I remember when Super Boss Brothers, they made me play Sonic 3D Blast Director's Cut.
Wait, really? Wow.
Yep. I do not like Director's Cut, for the record.
Look at you.
Damage might be okay here. We'll see. Basically, you should die in these next few combos if I did everything right.
Small room with 4 pillars.
Oh yeah, Hops, you were saying that you liked this fight. I remember, like, right before this.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, because you never see his DM where he kind of takes you into this other world and throws a bunch of buildings at you. And then the DM itself is not actually where I'd be that worried about dying. It's right after the DM. He will just spawn a ton of fireballs until you break his abs. And I'm not kidding. That's what you do. And so it's just a nightmare because you can't deal with those fireballs very well.
This is from chat. Everyone knows J Hobbs has a large image of Keezer on in his room, which reflects when the screen goes dark.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
All right, so the boss I'm coming up on, I can either one cycle or just get completely screwed by. This is King Boom Boo. This voice for this boss was actually redone by Revenir, the creator of the mod. And I quote, "I just tried to say bruh as many different dumb ways I could into the microphone for this."
Yeah. I probably should just panic duck flare sooner there or something. I'm not sure. I did not like my positioning, but I didn't know what to do about it.
All right, well. 2, 3, 4, 6. 6. 2, 3, 6. I just missed the single cycle.
A lot better. There we go. All right, so this next fight, Zaldin, a lot of people also really hate, and I don't blame you. I'm gonna hopefully make it look really easy, but I have to first start that off by parrying him with an aerial dodge, which is a double jump, and then getting 9 jumps. We'll see if I can do that. Okay, it was a little slow on the jumps, but okay, we're gonna be missing a little bit of damage, but I think this might be okay.
Just very angry.
Ooh, that was barely okay. I actually had to get a really strict timing stun at the end. I got kind of lucky that I got it. So, yeah, that's Zaldin. So that's good. And the Dragons 2 now. Okay. Starting to get towards the end of the game. We're not there yet because it's a long game, but oh, I didn't care about swapping.
Yeah, this is to get to Throne Room, if I remember.
Yeah, eventually. We actually fight through the whole thing. We fight through the world. Throne Room is where there are 8 chests, of which we'll be picking up 0. So.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes.
All right, well.
Also, that was also a boss fight I just did. There's 2 back-to-back desert boss fights. There's Stone Cold Knockout Steve Austin.
I need to die. That drive matters. There we go. Yeah, I have to do this fight again. I messed up and lost my my drive, and I need to end in limit form so that I can keep my drive gauge.
Does a lot of the speedrun revolve around the drive gauge?
Oh yeah, absolutely, like a ton of it. There we go. That's what I wanted to do last time.
Fudge. So we've entered our final bolt stage, so the last mech stage of the of Hero Story. Normally there would be a like big old level skip in it. Unfortunately, the new physics, in order to go fast, we had to go slow in the stage, and the skip that, you know, the way we clip out of bounds has been patched out by mistake because the developers didn't know about the speedrun when they were making this. And they've been trying to find a way to like not compromise the physics, but still help speedrunners get that skip back. So they've been working with me occasionally to like try to figure out a way to make that work. For those of you who are asking, like, are the clues for the Chaos Emerald pieces or the Master Emerald pieces in the stages always the same, or are they different? They're based on RNG. There's like well over 1,000 pieces per level, and you are given 3 at random. Now you can have like predetermined sets, if you will, where like, you know, if this one piece, piece 1 shows up, this piece 2 and piece 3 are the most likely candidates that are going to show up, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. It's not going to let me get my slightly faster skip. That's okay. Once again, Bolt's Hover being fantastic in letting me skip a lot of these sections.
Well, yep, I was like, as soon as I heard Donald die there, I was like, this is potentially a problem.
This is another really challenging stage here later on in Hero Story Eternal Engine. If you shoot the wrong things, like those 2 in the wall, you'll get sucked out into space and die. It's terrifying.
Yeah, you can, like, Bolt's increased speed means you can kind of fight that suction a little bit better. But you can also fight it a bit in vanilla, but it's just much harder to do so. And there is basically a point of no return.
Okay, I'm trying to remember how to do these fights.
Sure, I can talk about Random Number Generation. So I host Random Number Generation. That is a show every other week. I believe we are on Team Velocity.
Yes.
Amber and I actually technically have this too, because that's every week for. But yeah, I host a show about randomizers. Sometimes we do randomizer adjacent content. So if someone makes, for example, a Kaizo mod where they haven't played the stages before, that can also count as a randomizer. We use a very loose term of randomizer, so we can try to include as many randomized content as possible. So again, that's every other Tuesday here on GDQ Hotfix. The next one will be after GDQ is over, because normally we'd have our shows during that week, but GDQ is going on. We can't have the show if that's the case. And then I also host Mercy Kill, which is every other Wednesday. Amber and I share the night with Never Before Seen as well. You all should definitely tune in for those Wednesday nights where someone plays a rusty speedrun. We've all seen, you know, clean, polished speedruns at GDQ. We've seen too many of those. So that's Mercy Kill. It enables folks to pick up old runs that they have not done before, and the result is funny. Sometimes can be stressful for the runner, but it's funny for the audience. So again, that's every other Wednesday. Never Before Seen is Amber's show, and that one is about shows that have not been showcased yet during major GDQ events. Also very, very fun, again. And Hobbs does the first step, which is every Thursday, I believe. Yep. And that is about what do you do when you pick up a speedrun. Now, sometimes we do the second step. Admittedly, I'm not entirely clear what constitutes the second step. My guess is it's the second time the game's been picked up.
Yeah, we go back to games we played before, and we actually learn the speed run.
Okay.
We actually learn things. So I'm actually going to bail for a second here because I have about a minute to stand up and stretch in this final gummy mission.
You are good.
Go for it. Look at this. No hands for Hobbs, Amber. Can you believe this?
What a show off.
I know, seriously.
All right, this is our most common piece 3. Jump from the star has multiple variants, but it all ends up being over here. It usually pertains to a piece that is in a meteorite. There it is. But the meteorites have mostly been removed from this stage because of the mod. So I just have to hope I see it in the air. But for never before seen, games that haven't been showcased or categories that haven't been showcased. So like a game that has, like, let's say the any percent of, you know, Bob's Your Uncle has been shown, right? But not the 100% category of Bob's Your Uncle. I would be able to showcase 100%. It's just like how Minish Cap, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, which was like my last episode. This is Pikara the Owl, by the way, the best character design in the mod. She's beautiful. Anyways, she replaces Rouge, but I had Minish Cap on my show a couple of weeks ago by Myth, and Myth 196. I actually forgot the numbers on his name. Anyways,
I feel that.
Glitched has been shown, Glitchless has not, so I showed Glitchless, and it was a world record at the time. It was really, really cool. All right. So we're going into Crazy Gadget, which I'm sure Crazy Gadget Skip still exists in this mod, but I never learned it when I ran the game vanilla. So we're doing this glitchless.
But what about CGSS?
Yeah, no, I have not tried CGSS. I'm sure that's probably also possible and maybe even more possible to some degree in this mod. But again, it was something I never learned, so I'm not going to attempt it. And I actually kind of like skipless CG is actually a lot of fun when you get good at it. I am not good at it, but it's still a lot of fun.
Crazy Gadget is a fun stage until you get to the outdoor space puzzle, and then it's... I had such a hard time with that because I have depth perception issues, so me solving that last room took me some time.
So there is a simple-ish way to... Oh, actually, a pretty simple way to skip that in vanilla. It's with a super bounce, and it's one of the few super bounces I can do because it's not super tight or anything. And there's a way you can skip that here with dash as well, despite the fact that he can't bounce. So we're gonna do that, and I can show you exactly the way that looks. And I think presumably if the gravity switches that I'm thinking of exist in vanilla, you could skip it in the same way in the vanilla game. Maybe. I haven't played the vanilla game in months since I picked up Dash, so I'm starting to forget what that looks like. There's a reason my 171 for the end of the year is Dash and not vanilla.
I liked what you did there, Amber. Bounced off of both the shields and then into the next area. It's sometimes really hard to hit the glass there because they get in the way.
It really is. Like, I was trying to target the glass, but could not hit it for the life of me. All right. So here we go. There's this switch I need to hit, and I missed it, but that's okay. There's this here. We're gonna jump down. I think this only works in vanilla, no, not in vanilla, in Dash, because the way these gravity switches work, instead of having to trigger them by, like, you know, using the action button, you just walk up to them, and once you're in close enough vicinity, they will trigger for you.
Nice.
That is unique to this mod.
Also, Hobbs getting done with the toughest gummy mission in the game there. Very, very exhilarating stuff going on there.
In a speed run, like I said, I mean, I got up and left for the first minute of it. Like, it's not bad, but
yeah.
There's also a thing you don't realize when you're playing the game casually, which I should remember to summon Genie when I'm supposed to. There's the thing you don't realize when you're playing the game casually, which is when you get down to critical health, everything will start dropping health, whereas normally only specific enemies drop health. But I'm gonna do some really cool strats with Master Form Genie here, and using Magnet to try to completely destroy these enemies here. See if it goes well. So far, so good.
While you go into that, I am going into Final Rush. There, I can talk for like the very beginning and the very end, but I need to be able to count in the middle of that. So like Sky had to count during Forbidden Memories, I'm about to have to count during this.
You are good. I'll make sure to not say any numbers.
Yeah, as long as y'all avoid numbers, I'm good.
Yeah, that's how I am too with FM.
Uh-oh. I messed up the ending of this.
How so, Hobbs? What's going on?
Well, I'm running out of genie and they're not all dead, so I'm probably dead here. Oh, maybe not. Once more saved me. Okay, how can I fix this?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and unskew gravity and turn. All right, so we're basically, what's happening right now, you might be like, what in the world is happening? So I was just falling sideways in the stage, and the way I did that was by skewing my gravity. I jumped off of a rail in a certain way and turned my camera so that I would fall sideways, and I held a certain angle on my control stick to allow me to continue falling sideways. And what we're doing is we're falling through a bunch of kill planes. Like, there are holes in these kill planes, the way they're set up. And by missing all of them, I could fall right to the end of the stage, basically.
Oh, that is so cool. I've never seen that before.
I had to actually use the kill plane viewer mod for this game to be able to... like, the Dash's new physics makes it different from the way Sonic does it. So I had to, like, use that mod to retime and re-angle everything with Dash. But we're in the final boss here. This is Dusk 2. And he's got, I believe, 5 hits to his name. And the way I'm going to fight him is I'm just going to bait him into trying to do Chaos Spear. So that he is completely stationary because his higher jump does
here,
this.
This fight can be pretty tricky.
Do we have a Hobbs didn't die emote? Because I felt like it was
kind
really...
of also dependent on what Axel does for how well it goes. So far, he's doing pretty good things, so that's good.
All right, we are on the last hit of Dusk 2 here. And time. That is Hero Story. That was a 44-13. That would have been under my estimate of 45. Let's go. I was struggling with that when I started practicing. How much time do you have left in your run, Hobbs, roughly?
Probably a good 20-ish minutes or so. We're only at 3 hours and 4 minutes. Oh, so all of you combined crushed it. Crushed the estimate by like 26 minutes.
Jeez.
All right, so I am heading into the Roxas fight now, and this is the one thing that I was really trying to get practice saves up to try to practice, because I fortunately didn't get the chance to. But we'll see if I can do it anyways, because this strat is unbelievably cool if I can pull it off. I'm gonna have to just shut up and focus during it though, so hopefully it goes well.
It's okay. If you'd like, I can see how far we can get into Dark Story for the heck of it. No? Okay. All right. So let's focus on Hobbs in these last like 20 something minutes.
I'm literally gonna pause and look at my notes because I don't remember.
Nah, you got this. That's fine.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Uh-oh, I messed up. Can I catch him? I don't think there's any recovering this. I think I'm gonna end up dying. Yep, there it is. That is fine. Now we can try to do it again. So this fight is all about, I'm using the way the game like programs bosses to retaliate, so that way, like, you know, if bosses never forcibly retaliated, you could just completely stun lock every boss by just comboing it all the time, right? I'm kind of manipulating the way that the game forces things to retaliate to my advantage. This is throwing ether, and then okay, this is wrong. And he's gonna DM now, and I got hit by the laser. I was supposed to do an air combo there. I was super close to the end. That's okay because now we'll get it this time. Yeah, this fight is really hard. Okay, what the heck was that? And every fight from here on out is pretty hard, but this one in particular is a really tough strat I'm trying to do.
This is it.
Yeah, no, like, this fight here is extremely rough. Even in Rando, it can be really rough.
Let's go. Take this. It's over.
Oh, that was just unlucky. That is straight up luck based. I'm just gonna take the death because I won't know how to recover this. Yeah, that laser there is, as far as I know, is just random on whether you end up getting hit by it. And usually you don't, but unfortunately, yeah. That time I did.
Take that. Yeah, back off. Yeah. Defend.
So now it's also going to be random whether I die or not, because I took a hit there. Yeah. So for me, at least at my skill level, the thing with this fight is that the two reflects I'm doing back to back in some of these opening combos are incredibly precise timing. And I'm usually pretty decent at getting both of the reflects, but I still may get hit afterwards. And that's okay because I can get hit by each of them as long as I get both of the reflects off. But if I don't get one of the reflects off and I get hit, then I'm kind of just at the whim of RNG on whether I'm going to get hit or not. See, like that hit is fine. Oh, except that I missed the reflect damage, but that might be recoverable. No. Yeah, okay. This fight's really rough. It's a really hard strat. Okay. Where's C with the Bastion run?
You think another 5 minutes will work?
Nope, that won't be enough.
No, seriously, like, all things considered, you've been doing really well despite being rusty. I even saw your, I saw your tweet of, like, a slightly rusty, like, run of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm like, you'll be fine. Mostly.
Yeah, it's just a really hard, this is the hardest speedrun I've ever learned, and I've learned a lot of speedruns. And it's like not even close. Like the next closest thing is not even remotely close. It's just a whole lot to it. It's a really dense speedrun, and is also long on top of that. So it's kind of like an endurance challenge in a way. Yeah.
It's over. Back off. There. Defense. Take this. Yeah.
Is there a reason you choose to do this method over the one you see in randomizer where you just dash into a wall for 2 minutes is what's being asked?
Yeah, that one is way, way slower. Okay, if you do this fight right, it's like 40 seconds long.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe even less than that, whereas it takes like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. Maybe even longer to do the other method. All right, I did that, and now I'm gonna do a menu here. I'm gonna look at it real quick, customize. We're gonna switch this to an ether, and then we're going to put on Slapshot, take off Vicinity Break, and put on, wait, no, where am I going? What is the other thing? Combo Master, right there. And we're gonna put on to become one. Okay, so we got through the fight, that's good. But unfortunately, all of the rest of the fights are still hard.
You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we are heading up towards Zigbar. Very notorious boss fight as well. I mean, incredibly difficult. I'm also intentionally going into anti-form here because I'm resetting my anti-points. Okay, and I need to do a specific strat here to get all of my drive back, or not all of my drive, but enough of my drive back to be able to go into a form again, so that way I can go anti-form a second time. So that is very particular with the way you move and everything. I'm gonna switch my Keyblade. I'm going to buy as many ethers as possible, and I'm going to get a free elixir because I picked up a synth item earlier. Okay, and now for this fight. Mess of a fight. All right.
Gotcha now.
Pretty much every fight I'm gonna have to unfortunately like focus on from here on out. So
You're good.
getting hit there is fine, not the big deal. Oh, that's wrong.
Also, to answer the question, why couldn't Hobbs unlock Roxas? It's just way slower. It is significantly slower compared to like the strat that he was trying that would have gotten it through, like, done in like 40 seconds. God. Yeah, this fight was rough. I remember when I played it casually years ago.
Yeah, this is... Oh, blocked. Well. I think I might have gotten lucky on a loop here. Yeah, okay. All right. Whew. I got kind of lucky at the end there. He could have decided to start DMing, but it may be something I did, but I didn't do it intentionally. To put him into a little bit of a loop, so that's nice. Now we're going to go Wisdom Form for movement again. This is the quick run in Wisdom Form is level 2, whereas the quick run in on Base Sword is level 1, so it's just a little faster. We're gonna do another menu where we mess around with our Keyblades, because we just got Oblivion. We're gonna put it on Valor form. We're going to switch this to you. We're going to switch you to you, and an elixir in the blink slot. Okay, so now we go on to Luxord. Luxord is a fight that used to not be that bad, and then when 60 FPS came out, it broke the way his cards behave. So on PC, you can actually go down to 30 FPS and make this fight a little easier. But on oh, I messed up. Let's see if this still works. I think you should retaliate there, yeah. That's okay. We're just gonna improvise this now.
Yeah. Challenge you. This is it. Yeah.
Ah, that didn't hit him. Dang.
Back off. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I couldn't catch him in time. I was trying to prevent him from doing this. That's fine, because I know how to deal with this.
Back off.
Oh, nope, I still caught him. Well, that's not what I want to do. How am I going to handle this? No more cards, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I have enough damage here. So I'm trying to skip his desperation move.
Fingers across here.
Oh my god, I had just enough.
Yo, let's go!
Nice, let's go.
Ooh, okay. That was a weird fight, but we got through it, which is all I care about that really. And then this next fight, I'm going to try to do a good way. And then if I fail it, like, you know, a couple of times, then I'm going to instead do it an easy way.
Do you feel it?
So we'll see.
I'm losing it here. Why is Luxord aggressively playing Yu-Gi-Oh at Sora?
Oh, goodness. I don't have a good answer for that one.
2, 3, 4, 5. Full combo. That was weird. Yeah, I messed up. Okay. So it's kind of going to be up to what he uses here on whether I'm going to survive or not. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yo, let's go.
Okay, we survived. We had to sit through another
we
berserk.
take those.
Yeah, we'll take that for sure. All right. That could have gone a lot worse. I'm going to try to see how many ethers are when I go to this next menu here. Because I'm going to take Riku's ethers. He has 2 of them, which I've been doing with all of my party members like the whole time.
Same.
See how many? Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Then we're going to go Wisdom form here. I move up, and we're heading to Xemnas. And then Xemnas 1, and then from there we're gonna fight Xemnas like 4 more times in a bunch of different forms.
Yep, just
Because,
like
you know,
Ansem
it's a
before him
JRPG.
in KH1.
Yeah, it's a square JRPG. Like you know what you're getting. I'm gonna try to remember how to do it. Yeah, I remember how to do this part.
Reminds me when I did my, like when I was a kid playing through KH1, I got to Ansem and I was just like, I'm doing, like, why aren't you dead? I thought you were dead. Part 5, Electric Boogaloo, something that rhymes with 5.
Right. So we respectfully took the stairs on our way up to the building, and now we're going to use the 3rd reaction command here because it does the most damage. And I'm going to knock him away, and I'm going to chase after him. And I'm going to use Combo Master, an ability that lets me continue combos even if I'm not landing them, in order to try to get 2 reflex worth of damage each phase. Unfortunately, I messed up. There we go. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, that was weird. I think I did my guard break too early. I think that's why that happened. There's a lot of precision in this game and in this fight with when you time certain combos. It's fine, because now we can take the stairs again. Yeah, we gotta be respectful here. No reason to just go up the front of the building. I mean, it's basically like an art piece. Okay. This is not what I expect to be happening. It's not low enough for me to kill him with limit form yet. We gotta kind of improvise. Okay, now he is. Maybe he would have been earlier. Okay.
All right.
At the end of that fight, he wants to throw you up the building again, and so that's kind of why I was being particular about when I use limit form, because you want to use it to skip over that, and you also want to you want to end in it, so that way you get all of your drive back again. And then we're going to dash through some buildings. Amerlin gave me crap for skipping that RC in a rando the other day. It's a cool RC. And I need to remember how to do the rest of this.
Spike in chat's like, good improv, and it's like, well, that's been most of this run if I'm understanding
Yeah,
things
been a
correctly.
Good chunk of it. I'm actually pretty happy with how the improv has gone on every World That Never Was boss except for Roxas. That one I just can't improv. It's too hard to improv that one. So we're gonna get Riku out of here now because we're gonna want to use some Trinity limit again soon. We're also gonna use Master Form. This next fight is honestly like really cool. And hopefully I don't mess it up too bad because, like I said, it's really cool. All right, so I'm taking out a lot of these enemies. I'm gonna go into Master Form here after a bunch of the enemies spawn, so that way it knocks them all in without me having to use MP for the magnet. Then I'm gonna throw one more magnet. And we're good. All right, and now I'm gonna use a magnet on this door, some attacks, and that's gonna make it spawn a wave of enemies really a lot faster than it should, and then I can't talk for the rest of it because it's a lot.
Oh, we're not even yet at Blue Eye Shining Dragon yet.
This might still work, weirdly enough. Probably not. Oh, I didn't do the second phase of the Trinity, so it definitely won't. That's fine. Yeah, I was like, there's probably a second one alive. If you do that perfectly, you kill all of these enemies, but that's fine. And then I want to summon Genie. I'm gonna take a damage boost.
Why is there a question mark next to drive?
I can't think of what that means right now. Sorry.
Nah, maybe somebody in the chat knows. I
think it has to do with Genie because he's technically also in a drive form, but it's like drive? Why does Genie have drive form? That's for Sora.
I never noticed that because whenever I'm in these final fights, it's just a bunch of panic and hoping that everything works out because this final gauntlet's nasty.
Oh, I almost got enough drive back. So I ideally want to have 3 drive there. Oh, all right. Well, let's do it again. I forgot I can't just like sit there and think forever. Okay, it's fine.
But hey, do you like that flashy stuff J Hobbs just did? You want to see him do it again?
I was definitely supposed to start with triangle, so that's not great, but we'll just clean up the enemies again. It's fine. Okay. I'm dealing a lot of damage to the core here.
All right, here we go.
I'm not going to have enough drive again. That's fine. We're just going to throw 2 ethers and then proceed. You really just want the drive to get your MP back.
Ah, yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually.
I don't remember what the strat is here, so I'm just going to kind of improvise some stuff. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay, whatever. We made it work.
It worked.
Yeah, wasn't ideal, but that's fine. And now I'm doing a part that everybody is thankful is removed in Randomizer because it is Dragon's Emnus, which is a long auto-scroller that is also very easy to die in a crit mode run, and I'm not happy that I already took a hit. How did that happen?
This is basically culminating in a Blue Eyes Shining Dragon fight. We started with ye old duel monsters with forbidden memories, and we're here in Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use the Mega Laser on this one here because I want to save it for later. I'm gonna save it for this next one. I've taken a lot of damage. I'm really like concerned. Let's see. So I'm doing a thing I've been doing, I'm doing a thing here called finisher canceling, which is basically I'm using constant finishers with Sora by pressing one of Riku's attacks with good timing. And now here's where we hope we take no damage. Nice. Okay. Oof. That's basically random, but I am doing this finisher canceling to try to give myself as many like parryable frames as possible. Now we have a Mega Laser for the end. If I were a little bit lower health, I would use the Mega Laser now and bail on using it at the end. But I think I should be good even if I get unlucky and get a hit here. And we didn't get hit, so okay.
Even better.
Yeah. So this is the last part of the dragon that I gotta take out. We're just taking out a couple enemies, and then we're gonna Mega Laser it. Whew. All right. Now we go into Armored Xemnas 2. This is like the first fight, except it's now split into 3 phases. And I just kind of wing this fight. Like literally in my notes it says, just wing it. Be sure to throw an ether before he dies. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I was not expecting to do that. It's fine. There we go. So now he's gonna knock me back. I'm gonna fall a little bit, and then I'm going to go straight to where a building is going to spawn and use a reaction command. And then I'm gonna do a skip at the end of this reaction command called Snowflake Skip, where if you just do an aerial dodge and a glide right after you get control back, you avoid him spawning his like little snowflake lasers. It's an incredibly like simple thing to do, but it's this kind of thing that you would never notice out of a speedrun. So I highly encourage anybody to do that if they're ever fighting this guy. Okay, I was too close apparently. There we go, we're gonna get knocked back again. My ether didn't go off, that's unfortunate. We might be fine. Yeah, so you might be wondering how I'm gliding, by the way. This fight just gives you all of the max levels of all of the growth abilities. So that's how I'm able to use aerial dodge and glide, even though I did not level up the drive forms for them.
I didn't know that was a thing in vanilla.
Yep, I might be dead here.
Oh!
Okay, we're fine. We're just gonna play this safe now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right, so now I'm gonna try to do a really sexy strat that involves doing ground combos in an attack that you should never do ground combos in, but we'll see if it works. Doing a ground combo. It'll be right at the opening here. That's not gonna work. Okay, we'll bail.
Is that all you got? I'll take them.
I need to remember what to do here. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Limit form as he uses an attack. Okay. I did that too early. Yep. Now we need to just dodge this. That's fine. Less fine. Okay, should get in the dome right here. Yeah. Okay, and now the fight's over. Ooh, so in randomizer, you can actually skip this attack, and this takes like 90 seconds. So it's actually kind of a big deal in rando to skip it, but in the base game, you actually cannot skip this move. So I have survived, and I made it to the end. Despite, I am really shocked I honestly didn't die at the opening of this fight because my command menu was on the wrong side. There's 2 sides to it here, the summon side and the drive side. And I was on the summon side, and I needed to be on the magic/drive side. So I am shocked I didn't die, but I am happy with how I backed it up.
Huge
So
GGs.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be about like 7 minutes past the estimate, which is honestly what I kind of expected. So if I'd had a little bit more time to practice, I would have been closer to it. But yeah, this is pretty much what I expected, and you all just crushed it and came like 30 minutes under your estimates. So what the heck? Not fair. I was doomed from the beginning. I would have had to PB by 20 minutes to beat all of you.
Just basically get, next to world record. Why not?
Oh no, if I PB by 20 minutes, I am still like then 20 minutes off of world record. I'm like 12 minutes off. World record is really good in this game. All right, so we're gonna finish him off in a swag way here. We're gonna kill him with a fire, but we're gonna do it without being anywhere near him. So let's just make this incredibly easy on myself. Bam, time.
Yo.
Everyone get your GGs out for Hobbs.
There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Mode. I had some stuff that went well that I was happy about. Honestly, that early game did a lot better than I expected, but the late game of this game is just so incredibly difficult. A lot of really rough strats. If I had time to load up Roxas, I think I could have done that without dying too much. But it's probably the hardest strat in the whole run. It's also the one I have spent the most time practicing as a result, but it's hard strats are what you're going to rust on the fastest. So, yeah, still, we got to do a Kingdom Hearts run and complete it, and I'm always happy whenever that happens. So thank you for having me on, Amber and Sky.
It's just not.
It has been our pleasure, and thank you for being the person who who was willing to go up against 5 other runs, because that was just an absurd idea. I had to be able to fit everyone who wanted to be part of this.
Aw, come on,
Honestly, I want a rematch with a slightly more accurate estimate from my compatriots here. I want a rematch sometime. That'll be fun.
Like, everyone gave me those estimates before Christmas,
and then people practiced. I told you, they cheated. They shouldn't have practiced.
But seriously, thank you again. I would love to do this again sometime, especially if Sky is down. But if you haven't, follow everyone who was involved. So follow Sky Bills, follow me, I'm Amber Cyperin, follow J Hobbs, follow Nuclear Reaction, Amerlin, C Average Conception. All of us are showrunners. You could follow us here via GDQ, or you could follow up all of us on our own channels. But seriously, thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and close out. It is late. I'm pretty sure people want to go to bed. I'm like the only night owl here.
I need to get dinner. I forgot.
Oh, God,
dinner
go
before
eat.
all this.
It's time for me. Yeah, I haven't had like a proper dinner either.
Yeah, so y'all take it easy. Thank y'all so much. We will catch you, the Team Velocity crew will catch you late January after AGDQ. Until then, we will see you, and at least Hobbs, Sky, and myself will see you at AGDQ starting January 9th.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hobbs will see you tomorrow. Yes! Playing Metroid Dread.
Yeah. Running a game that somehow I'll be less rusty on than this. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
It'll be fine.
This world
But
is
seriously,
perfect
y'all,
for me.
thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your
This
night.
is what the world